What's up, everybody? It's your boy Shoogie from Shook Earth Media. How's everybody doing today? Today is a fun stream. Been looking forward to this for a while. That's right, it's time for Alan Wake. It's time to be awake. We getting woke, boys. That's right. It's gonna be fun. This is a game I've been looking forward to for a long time. The first game came out in 2010 and I had it pre-ordered. I was ready the day it came out. It came out the same day as Red Dead Redemption, and when everybody else was lining up for that game, your boy walked right past all that to pick up his pre-order of the collector's edition of this game. And in fact, before we start, I'm gonna show off my collector's edition because I might as well, right? I mean, seems to be the time. Of course, back in the day, it was exclusive to the 360. Let's actually go ahead and get the full screen on. Hey, Eric. Eric and Epic. How's everybody doing? I'm doing very well. I'm very excited for today's stream here. I'm showing off my collector's edition. It's pretty cool. It's nice and thick. It's a thick boy, and it's in the style of a novel because Alan Wake is a novel writer. You know, he's basically like Stephen King kind of deal. So this collector's edition, it came with a book that gave you some additional information on some of the characters, and it's pretty cool. And then it has a DVD, and I believe a soundtrack as well. Yeah, it comes with the game and the soundtrack, and then there's a DVD behind the scenes type of thing. So it's really cool, and I'm really awesome. Yeah, you're goddamn right. I had to show it off. I paid however much for this, like $80 for this back in the day, 2010. I just had to show it off. Might as well before we start, right? I mean, come on. When is a better time than right now? And you better believe. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking forward to this game. I hope everybody else is too. Epic says, I saw your unboxing on the Walking Dead Collector's Edition Blu-ray. I'm glad you watched it, man. Did you like the video? I got that downstairs, or I'd pull that up too. But yeah, I just had to show that off before we get started. So how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. Really looking forward to playing this game with you guys. Oh, and by the way, Epic, guess what? I got a special surprise for you today. You were talking the last time about modding. Guess what, bro? Guess what? Yeah. Can manage, change chat modes and live. Yeah. Okay. Guess what? You got a wrench. You got a wrench. You should have a wrench. I don't know. It's not showing up on mine now. But you got it. You got it. You got the wrench. Actually, I've never put on a mod before, so I don't know if that's right. I hope everybody's doing well. You're going to unbox the Collector's Edition for Alan Wake 2. So I do have the Collector's Edition. I pre-ordered that already. It's already squared away on Epic Game Store. Unfortunately, because I'm a PC gamer now, they do not have a physical version for my platform. So unfortunately, I can't do an unboxing for a digital copy, you know what I mean? So unfortunately, no. Also, just this gotta go this way. Okay, camera's not quite right. Yeah, there you go. You got the wrench now. Yeah. That's what's up. I knew you'd like that. I figure why not? Why wait? You know. So yeah, don't abuse your power. All right. Well, hey, no sense waiting. We're gonna break right into it. So we're playing on hard mode, boys, because I played this game about 6 times, so I know it pretty well. I feel pretty confident that we're going to get through a decent amount. I can only stream for like 2, maybe 3 hours today, so we're just going to get as far as we can. So I'll play the cutscenes and whatnot.
Stephen King once wrote that nightmares exist outside.
Let me know if there's any audio issues or anything.
Explanations. They're antithetical to the poetry of fear. In a horror story,
I love the
victim
visuals.
keeps asking why.
The setting, beautiful, Twin Peaks inspired,
the
of course.
unanswered mystery is what stays with us the longest, and it's what we'll remember in the end. My name is Alan Wake. I'm a writer.
Gets real spooky real fast. You've been binge watching Virgin River on Netflix. It's a cheesy show about love and romance, but you can't stop watching. Hey man, love and romance, that's an important part of life. Nothing wrong with that. I love Downton Abbey, so I'm in the same boat as you.
So yes, it began with a dream.
So this is our tutorial. We got a spooky nightmare.
Following a typical nightmare pattern, I was late, desperately trying to reach my destination, a lighthouse. For some urgent reason, I couldn't remember. I'd been driving too fast down a coastal road to get there.
Gonna get the collector's edition of Silent Hill 2 Remake. Yeah, if they have one, probably.
Too late.
But that's the thing is, just like this game, it's probably not gonna be physical on PC, because they don't really make physical games for PC anymore, unfortunately.
I was convinced
there are a few in a Blue Moon, but that's about it. The last one I got, I'm pretty sure was GTA 5. They had a physical version of that. I have that over there somewhere. But they don't really, like, my PC doesn't even have a disk drive on it, so even if I got one. But yeah, I mean, I love Silent Hill, so hell yeah. I did an unboxing for my Pyramid Head figure back there. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. Alright, so we're playing as Alan Wake. He's a writer, he's middle-aged, okay? And he's not a real shooter boy. He doesn't know how to use guns at this point. So that's, you know, classic survival horror formula if you want to have somebody who's not used to doing what he's doing, right? So like Silent Hill, we had a writer in the first one, and the second one is just a random guy, you know what I mean?
I had to go to the lighthouse.
But yeah, I'm like the only one in the Silent Hill community who, like, I'm pretty sure that Silent Hill Remake is going to be good. I have no reason to doubt it at this point. I'm pretty confident in it. I don't know. I have a good feeling. Spooky Man! Can you guys hear it okay? Sounds a little quiet on my end. I'm going to turn it up here. I don't know if you guys can hear it. So I can answer that, actually. Why did it take 13 years to get a sequel to Alan Wake? The reason for that is it flopped on the day it came out. It did not sell very well. Over time, it did a little better. But it didn't sell well the day it came out because it came out the same day as Red Dead Redemption, which is one of the best games of all time. And it was always going to struggle with that. Alright, we got to dodge attacks here. Hell yeah, look at that. Look at them moves. Ducking and weaving and dodging and booping and dooping. Whoa! I love the dodge system, man. I hope they keep that for the new one. Sounds good? Glad to hear it. But yeah, so Microsoft did not... It was a Microsoft exclusive when it came out. It was only on Xbox. And they did not want to do a sequel to it just because the first one didn't sell well. And Remedy had to get the rights to it back. So there was a legal battle and whatnot, as far as that goes. So and then they had other projects that they were doing. So that's why it took so long. But they did a sequel called American Nightmare, which was more of a side story than a real sequel. But that wasn't like a full-fledged game. It was like a downloadable little tiny game. Ah! It's time for the spooky! But yeah, that's why it took so long. So Control had a DLC that was setting up the sequel. So the game Control and the Alan Wake universe is a shared universe. So, it's pretty awesome. And Control's just really cool, also. But yeah, we're gonna watch all the cutscenes today.
Oh no!
Red Dead Redemption was awesome. Yeah, it's so good, dude. I actually like the first one better. Like, it's more fun for me. Even though the second one is just so highly detailed, it's cool. But yeah, I love the spooky atmosphere of this game, man. I'm gonna be chatting a lot less when we play Alan Wake 2 on Saturday, but because obviously I've played this before. But I love how they mix in like live action footage here. Like all these shots on the TV is live action. The spooky! What's my best evil laugh? My mom played the Wicked Witch in high school, so I should be able to do an evil laugh. Alright, time to go. Time to go, boys. Oh, boy. We're getting tossed around. Tossed around. Ugh. Let me out. Let me out. Alright. Thank you. Thank you for letting me out. I really appreciate it. We had to get hurt. The light heals you. Oh. I got a little ahead of the game right there. But yeah, there's so many brilliant concepts in this game. Yeah, happy Halloween to you, Eric. You have any plans?
I have something important to tell you. It goes like
It'll be interesting having a new playable character. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. They actually said that there's points in the game where you can decide whether you want to play Alan or the other character. I think her name is Sage or something.
To its ports I beam. Do you understand? No.
Once you've played the game, you know that has a special meaning, which I love. Excuse me. But yeah, happy Halloween. It's spooky time. You guys watching any horror movies or anything like that? I'm definitely trying to get spooky.
It will wake up. There's no time. I can only show you the most important thing.
We're about to start combat. But yeah, the new character is cool. It's an FBI agent, which makes it to me, it makes sense to have a new character. I know some fans aren't happy about it, but it makes sense to me because you want to have somebody who's new to it. One, for new players who haven't played the first one. But I think you want to have a character who, like, it's still fresh and new, that there's darkness taking over people and stuff like that. Because Alan's like a professional darkness slayer at this point. You know, it's not as scary to him. So I think it makes sense to have a new character in there. You'll sit at home and watch TV and eat a lot of your nephew's candy. See, that's a plan right there. But you get to watch some horror movies, right? You might as well. It's spooky time. And yeah, you gotta steal the nephew's candy. It's a rite of passage, man. For sure. You saw Fear episode 7. It was terrible. I know, right? It was... Oh, jeez. Some people liked it. I was kind of surprised that there was a positive reaction.
In the nightmare.
But hey, I think people just like seeing Troy again, you know?
The lighthouse was the last safe place on Earth.
So I just love the foggy atmosphere in this game. Especially, just the way it looks, you know? Alright, we're gonna take him out easily, no problem. Look at that, he fell. What a bitch. He fell. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. There we go. It's interesting that Alan Wake 2 is releasing the same day as Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Dude, so many things are coming out on Friday. Five Nights at Freddy's is coming out. I might see that tomorrow if I have time. Because it is in the theaters tomorrow. Around me, anyway. If not, it'll probably wait. I'm going to review that at some point. But I gotta run because I'm out of batteries and shit. I guess you don't have to fight everybody in this game. I just feel like I want to. But yeah, there. What else? There was some other movie I wanted to see. Oh, Priscilla, the biopic about Elvis Presley's wife, is coming out. And I wouldn't be interested in that, except it's directed by Sofia Coppola, whose work I've enjoyed in the past. Lost in Translation is one of my favorite movies. Love it. Alright, so here we go. We got this now. Check this out, boys. Look at this. Look at this epic camera rotation. I love it. But yeah, there was others. When Evil Lurks is dropping on Shudder, which I reviewed on the channel. I did a short about it because I saw it in theaters. It came out in theaters a few days ago. Or a few weeks ago. And that's a solid movie. If you want a good possession movie, it's a little scary. That's a good one. So I recommend that. But that's coming out on Shudder. What else? There was something else too. But yeah, Alan Wake was supposed to come out a few weeks ago, but they delayed it because they didn't want to compete with Spider-Man, which didn't really make sense to me because like it's closer to Spider-Man now than it was when they were originally planning to release it. But what was funny is the Alone in the Dark reboot. It's another game. That's a classic survival horror franchise that's coming back. They delayed. They were supposed to come out Friday as well, but they delayed to January. I don't know if it's because of development they needed more time, or if it's because they didn't want to compete with Alan Wake 2 and other things. But yeah. You didn't watch Fear, you're not wasting any more time on that show. Good decision, save your brain cells. It's fun for me, because I get to make fun of it, and I made some money on that video, because I'm making money on my videos now. It's like $2, but still, you know, I could profit from AMC's failure. I'm excited about that. Dude, I love the lighthouse and everything too. But yeah, the sequel to this looks a lot more surreal, and they're definitely amping up the horror element. There's more gore, because this game is T-rated. The new one's M-rated, so it's got blood and gore to it. It's got a bit more suspense, it seems like, so I'm really excited about that.
Baby, just another nightmare. Everything's fine.
So this is
Dozed
Alice.
off.
Right. Anything more than dozed off would be news for everyone.
Spider-Man sold 2.5 million
Cheer up,
copies.
handsome.
Not surprising to me. That's good for them. I respect it. You still enjoying that? You having a good time with it? I was watching some videos about it today. Dude, look at that entrance, though. This game was like one of the early cinematic games. Like, games weren't as cinematic as they are now. So it's just so cool when you get a entry shot like this. It's funny when you look into the development of this game. It was in development for like 10 years. It was in development for a long time. And they were at some point planning to make it an open world game where you could freely wander Bright Falls and you could do logging missions and all this other stuff. But then they realized, you know, hey, this is a suspense horror game. We should probably have less like random stuff going on and just focus on the suspense.
Sure. I'll even give you a title for the shot. A city boy, moments before he got eaten by a bear.
Old man, he's a character that's important later. He's got a radio show. Of course, he's trying to lay low. Our author boy is trying to lay low.
You have a lovely wife. If you don't mind me saying. I'm Pat Maine, by the way.
Your
Nice to
wife
meet
is smoking hot.
I'm Alan Wake.
Thanks,
I
man.
won't pretend I don't recognize a famous writer such as yourself, Mr. Wake. A pleasure. I'm an avid reader myself.
Of course, the first person he meets is the person who has a radio show that can broadcast to everybody that he's here.
Chance I could get an interview.
Look, Mr. Maine, I'm on vacation. In fact, I'd appreciate it if we could keep my being here just between the two of us.
So Alan's got writer's block, and he's coming here to try to cure it.
Not a hard man to track down if you change your mind, though.
And it gets real spooky real quick. There was actually like a short film that they did before this game came out called Bright Falls. And if you can find it on YouTube, it's worth watching. It's pretty good. It's actually almost scarier than the actual game. But it was really cool marketing, you know.
Very nice. I got a couple of really good ones. And I see you made a friend. That's cute.
Right.
Barry!
Bestseller? How's my favorite
We love
writer?
Barry.
Are you there yet?
Barry. Yeah.
I hope he's in the new one. He has to be, right?
Just say the word and I'll hop on a plane and come
Comic
make sure
relief.
that you're left alone, Al.
No, Barry, we're fine.
Great, great. Just want to make sure you can relax and recharge. So, how is the place? Has it gotten your creative juices flowing?
Barry, we're just settling in.
Okay, Al. I'll call back later to make sure you're doing okay.
You're only finishing Fear just to end the show. You started in 2015.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, you're this close, right?
I love you too.
I mean, if I didn't, I would have given up in season 7 if it wasn't for the channel. I've said that before.
Barry is Barry. I can always turn off the
But like,
What did I tell you?
if I made it to season 8, I'd probably finish it out. You know? It's kind of like, you know, the main show I was committed to finishing, despite the fact I wasn't a big fan of like the start of season 11 and the season 10 bonus episodes I had issues with. Because it was because I'm a fan of the comic. I just, out of curiosity, have to see how they adapt it. But with Fear, there's no source material, right? So it's, I guess we're watching it to see where the characters end up. If they end up in a future spin-off, right? How it's going to tie into everything.
Sounds like you've got a lazy bastard for a husband.
It feels like a lame duck show, you know? It's just left over, and they want to get it out of the way for these other spin-offs. They don't want to admit that they canceled it, you know? I don't know. That's just what it feels like. Dude, I'm just so glad that the new spin-offs are, like, actually competent and actually good. Because if it was at the quality of Tales, Sphere, World Beyond, like, I'd be done. I couldn't do it. I'm so glad that it's actually decent. And going forward, we're going to have competent storytelling. I hope. We'll see.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us.
I kind of forgot this game took a little bit to get going.
I'll go
but of course it does.
I'll pick you up here in, say, 15 minutes?
Sure.
Yeah, this is the remastered version.
Thank you for coming here with me.
I love you too. Go
Looks
on.
pretty good.
I promise to behave.
On PC, the biggest improvement is the cutscenes. They added more facial expressions and stuff like that.
Still places like this. Towns where everybody knew everybody.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner.
Hi, I was wondering if you could help me.
I'd rather be watching Daryl Dixon than Fear. Dude, it's on an... Daryl's on another level.
Biggest fan.
I still have my issues with it, but, like, I'm enjoying it. Like, I don't pull my hair out.
Mr. Stuckey. Carl Stuckey?
Carl? Oh, of course, Mr. Wake. He must have gone to visit the restroom. He'll be back in a moment.
Okay.
Believe it. I've got all your books.
Oh, we gotta go this way.
From the bookstore when they took it out of the window.
We got a crazy obsessed fan. I don't know. I'm leaving now.
Favor, Sonny. I could really use a tune right
I love
now.
these guys.
Coconut number 6.
They're very
in the
nutty.
jukebox. I'd do it
I
myself.
put the lime in the coconut and drink it all up. I gotta watch with this game. I might get copyright claimed with the music.
You can hurt yourself in the dark.
And that's basically the log lady from
I didn't want to wait. I
Twin
wanted to
Peaks.
find
They
Stuckey
have her in this
to get
game.
the key and get out as soon as possible. The waitress was giving me a headache.
Not subtle about their influences, but I'm fine with it.
Hello?
And here we get to meet the main antagonist, the spooky
Mr.
lady,
Stuckey?
Barbara.
Carl couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he was taken ill. But I have the key for you and instructions on how to get to the lake.
Okay.
I wish you a good stay in my cabin. I'll come by later to check how you've settled in. And to meet your wife.
Dun dun
I
dun.
insist.
Thanks.
I don't know why she wants to meet his wife so bad. Is she trying to have a three-way? I'm not interested. No, thank you.
You got lucky this time, young man. You can hurt yourself in the dark.
Young man, I'm like middle-aged.
Fixed. And then I must remind Sarah to change the lights at the station. It's been too long already.
She's a nice lady. And she was the one, she's not crazy. We're all crazy. That's what ends up being the truth. Those guys are funny.
They're local musicians. We're waiting.
Yeah. Talk to you guys later. If this was my first playthrough, we listened to everything, but
Mission accomplished.
we're speeding
The
through
key
this.
And the directions.
My hero. I got some flashlights, just in case.
Good thing, too. We're gonna need them.
Hey, wait! Mrs. Wake! Your keys!
Why was he so...
That diner was a real nut house.
He was trying way too hard.
Can you believe this place? This would make a wonderful setting for
So
a
the
pub.
dark
We're supposed to be on
lady
vacation, Alice.
Barbara's plan would
figure it
not
out
have
when we get
worked at
back
all
home.
if he wasn't in the shitter.
Okay.
But
We can
maybe
talk about this
the
later.
darkness invaded his colon and
I
made
didn't
him.
want to talk about it. I wanted to bury my head in sand.
You know,
Once upon a time,
Gave
I
him the
was
bubble
a successful
guts.
writer, but that was a long time ago. I hadn't been able to write a word in 2 years, not since my last book.
this is a little too close to life right now because I haven't written in like a few weeks. Not years though. It's been a couple of weeks. I'm struggling with chapter 2, man. I've restarted it like 3 times. I have some stories that are finished that we could do. I'm not the best at reading my own stuff though. Maybe I hire some actors or something.
It's something.
Is that a good idea? I'm thinking about.
Don't worry, honey.
I want to
Get you inside
do
safe and sound before it gets dark.
a weekly live show. That's, or maybe I don't know about weekly, but I want to do a show
The fear of
where
darkness.
it's
I
talking
wanted to
about
make
like
sure we
news
were inside
topics
with the lights
and
on before sunset.
stuff like that instead of just gaming live. Is that something you guys would be interested in? So we gotta start the power. I know what to do already, so we're doing it. But yeah, I'm thinking about, like, it'd be cool to do an interactive show,
old generator
and
had
it
been
could
connected
also
to the
be
power
like, I could also even record the segments as we're going, so I can make videos while streaming and then get your guys' input in between topics. And maybe just make that a recurring thing, maybe like every other week or something like that. Or if I should just stick to the gaming streams. The only thing I know is most of my viewers do not seem as interested in the gaming stuff, which is I'm gonna resurrect the gaming channel soon. I'm thinking
It was a beautiful
once I'm
place.
done with Alan Wake 2, I'm gonna review
I
it,
told myself I could
and I'll
rest
put
here,
that review on the gaming
sleep
channel.
here, and forget about my work.
Yeah, I love the facial animations
I
they
thought
added.
we could be happy here.
Everything's about to go sideways, as you'll soon find out. Because it's a horror game. I mean, things can't just be all smiles and happiness, you know? Rainbows and shit. No. That's not
Alice?
happening. Not in a spooky game. If I heard that from my wife, I'd be like, ooh la la.
Well, hello there.
I'm not the surprise. It's in the study.
Aw.
Take a look.
I was really hoping you were the
Okay.
surprise.
Surprise!
Alice, what is this?
I guess I have a small confession to make. I thought maybe you could write here that a change of scenery would get you past.
Damn it, Alice, everyone
Hey,
keeps...
hey, just hear me out. There's a local doctor, Dr. Hartman.
Dr.
One of the
Hartman's a
locals. He
nutbag.
has a private clinic here. He
I don't think we'll get to
specializes
his
in helping
segment today.
artists.
So
Maybe-
now you want to get me committed?
No, it's not like that. That's not.
Did you see the
Alan?
jump scare?
Alan?
Just don't. I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
She's scared of the dark, by the way.
God damn it. I knew she wouldn't follow me in the dark. I needed some time alone to think things through.
I think they did pretty good job at, like, they rode the line where he's kind of a dick, right? He's like an alcoholic. You'll see later. He has his problems, but he's still likable because he does love his wife. Like, he just yelled at her, but like, as you'll see, his whole motivation in the game is, I gotta save her. My opinion on Silent Hill Ascension is one of skepticism, heavy skepticism.
The cabin had gone dark. All the lights were out.
It's going live on Halloween, right? Definitely checking it out. I don't know if you saw my videos about
What the hell?
Walking Dead Last Mile. It's getting intense, boys. We gotta save her, boys. The darkness is overtaking Alice.
Alice? Alice?
Hold on, I'll continue that rant in a second. Gotta watch this first.
Oh no!
Dude. Just the aesthetics of the lake, dude. It's not a lake, it's an ocean. Remember.
Keep going, Alan. Wake up.
Alice?
What happened? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Dove in the water and now he's here. Car crash. So Silent Hill Ascension.
Waking up in the crashed car felt like I had woken from one
The
nightmare
Walking Dead
to
Last
enter
Mile
another.
was the previous project of the company making it,
I couldn't
Genvid.
remember how I got there. All
And,
I know is that something terrible had happened to Alice.
Genvid, it's basically a
The phone was
mobile
dead.
game.
I'd have to find help on
The
foot.
Last Mile was. It's a mobile game with very simple mini games that are all about getting money, like in-game currency, and then you spend the currency on voting, and that's how you impact the story. Is you
The gas
voted on
station was
major
my best
decision
bet.
points.
They'd have a phone I could
and
use.
every week there would
It
be a new
looked like a long
cutscene.
hike through the forest
So
to
that's
get
how
there.
Last Mile was. It was very underwhelming. They advertised it the same way, as if it would be a live stream Telltale Games type of thing. That's how they advertised it. That's not what it ended up being. Now, if the same thing is true of Silent Hill Ascension, it's going to be a joke. If it's not, if it actually is what they advertise, where it's just like an episode of a TV show and you get to vote on decisions as it's live, it will be cool. It's at least a very revolutionary concept. It's a good concept. But I'm skeptical at this point. We don't know how it's going to turn out yet. But I'm looking forward to checking it out. I'm going in with an open mind. I'm hoping for the best. But at this point, I'm not expecting much. The people behind it, like the people writing it, they did interviews, and the writing, they know what Silent Hill is. They understand that it's a psychological place, that it's about confronting your fears and also just like the dark parts of your soul. You know, that's what Silent Hill is. So they know the true themes. They never talked about the cult stuff. They never talked about all that stuff. To me is a distraction of what Silent Hill is. And they seem to agree with me. So it seems like it's written by fans, or at least people who understand it. So that's good enough for me. The art direction is a bit mixed. Ah, we got enemies. The art direction, there's some monsters that look really cool. There's some that don't. But the trailers look good. So it's really just going to come down to what does it mean? Like, what does it mean to be a live stream game?
Good sign.
And will it actually be what they advertise it as? That's what it's coming down to right now. Okay, so I think this is a nightmare page, I think.
Barry took another sip of the heavenly coffee. He grinned at Rose. Surely this was love. Rose gushed on breathlessly. The new one will be a masterpiece, I know it. You must tell him not to listen to the trolls in the forums saying Departure will never get finished. He should take
it's too accurate to real life.
I can wait.
Dude, the trolls in the forums saying it'll never get finished. Take a look at any online discussion of A Song of Ice and Fire right now. He's been working on that book for like 13 years, and nobody believes it's coming out. Nobody believes it. I think it'll probably come out, but who knows? Will he do the final book after that? That's the real question.
Anybody there?
All right, so we got our first enemy encounters here.
Hey, you! There's been an accident. I need help. Listen, I need to...
Premium cabins for rent in...
Oh, hell.
Oh, boy.
Ducky. Pleased to meet you. Non-refundable reservation deposit required. Fair and square.
I love the way they make the people sound crazy. The sound design is so good. The way the darkness in audio like surrounds you. The clouds roll in. Like this, it's just such a good game, dude. Alright, let's go. Time to fight Mr. Stucky. Ah! They do a great job of building up the tension as well. Oh boy, there he is. No, no, no. Oh, he's coming. Oh Lord, he's coming. When's Clementine Book 3 supposed to come out? I don't know. Next year sometime.
Any second now,
I'm not sure
Stucky would be
when.
knocking on the door with his axe like Nicholson in The Shining.
It was a year and a half for this one. But I don't know. It was supposed to be one a year. Like, it was supposed to be 12 months, but then the second one got delayed. So I would say probably fall of next year, unless it gets delayed again. Which could definitely happen.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Hello?
Oh, of course. Of course he cut the line. And yes, I'm just acting because I know it's going to happen. Oh no. He's gonna crash the building, boys. Let's go. Wow. Oh boy.
There were more of them.
I don't think I have a gun yet. No, I don't. Let's go here. There's these hidden... Oh, I do have a gun. Almost out of batteries, though. That's the real concern here. Oh, hell no. Whoa, look at them dodge skills, dude. Woo! Ain't a scratch on me.
I'd never fired a gun outside a shooting range.
Let's go.
And now I just killed someone. Or something. There were no
Oh, I
bodies.
forgot about this.
They just disappeared. If I was dreaming, it felt real enough to make me sick.
Alright, so we gotta turn off the switch here. Tish. Now we can jump over the
Forest
thing.
was the last place I wanted to go, but I had no choice. I had to get to the gas station.
Let's go. We got items. They throw axes and shit at you. So you have to burn the darkness off of them using the boosted flashlight before you shoot them. But once you do that, you only want to pull the trigger halfway. You don't want to boost the flashlight unless you need it. Giving you some hot tips. I don't think there's any ammo in here. I'm trying to look up, across a river. Okay. I'm trying to look up where the nightmare pages are, so I'll collect them as we go. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to Clementine Book 3. We're going to Greenland for some reason. Like, jump scare. Like, what's gonna happen in Greenland? I sincerely believe that they're going to Greenland because they know the Commonwealth is going to take over soon in the timeline, and, you know, it'll become basically normal life again. So,
something uncoiled.
They have to go to another continent.
I realized that I'd have to find a way across. I didn't even want to look at the
There's
water.
a page coming up here soon. It's in plain view as you go across the last bit of rocks. I seem to remember from the first time I did this that all the nightmare pages are in plain sight. They're really easy to find. Basically, you can only find certain collectibles on the second playthrough on the hard mode. Is it the same voice actor playing Alan in Alan Wake 2? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is also the same. It's a different actor playing. The face that's scanned in is a model. It's a different actor, and he actually plays the role in live action clips. So you'll see throughout the game that there's live action footage in it. So both actors are back, which is cool. There's an enemy here somewhere. Something special.
Was still out there, in the dark, stalking me.
I think this is it. Oh, ammo, ammo, ammo. Yes, please. Okay, here we go.
For a long time, the dark presence had been weak, sleeping. Nothing but a half-forgotten nightmare or a shadowy flicker in the corner of an eye in the forest at night. Not real enough to properly exist, and yet too evocative.
Oh, sorry.
For a long time, the dark presence had been weak, sleeping. Nothing but a half-forgotten nightmare or a shadowy flicker in the corner of an eye in the forest at night. Not real enough to properly exist, and yet too evocative to fade away completely. Now it was waking up. The rider like a fly caught in a spider's web, each jerk and kick vibrating the strands that led deep into its lair. It was aware of him now, and it could use him. All he'd need was a little incentive.
Yeah, you just get a little bit more background info on those. One thing that's cool, you're asking about voice actors. The company that made this, Remedy, also create. Oh shit! Oh shit! I got it. They caught me ranting, dude. They also created Max Payne. see these skills, dude? I don't even need any health or anything. There's no healing items in this game. But I don't even need them if they did have them. But yeah, so they created Max Payne. The voice actor for Max Payne is actually in this game, and he plays the detective. Basically, Alan Wake had a detective character that he wrote, and he plays you find some manuscript pages from his detective stories, and they have Max Payne voice the character, the voice actor for Max Payne. So he's in this game, but he's also in the new one, except he has an actual flesh and blood character now, not just like a bonus. So it's pretty cool that we have that. We're getting some extra items here, help us along the way. Although I don't really need them, to be honest with you. We got a lot of ammo. We're doing quite well for ourselves. So we gotta find a switch to turn that into a bridge, and then move on from there. Gonna hurt myself here, I think. No, actually, we're good. Okay. But yeah, I'm curious about basically the FBI character has a partner, and I believe, I forget what his name is, but he is played by the Max Payne voice actor. And it's the same voice, too. And he actually has the facial design of Max Payne from Max Payne 1, which is the same. It's the same look as the writer for these games, Sam Lake, who's the director. I don't know if he directed the new one, but he directed this one. Pretty sure. Okay. So now we need to find the switch. There. Alright, so we're going to get ambushed, of course, because that's what happens in this game. Anytime you need to flip a switch or do something, you already know. You already know. Let's get them to bunch up real quick. Let's go. Hopefully we can get two of them. Yeah, that third one is not going to be cooperative right now, but that's fine. Look at how many batteries we got. We got all this stuff. I ain't scared of nothing. I am not scared. There we go. I wonder how well Alan Wake 2 will do. I'm also curious. I'm honestly a little concerned about it, because I want the game to do well, because I love it. It's one of my favorite game franchises from back in the day. And, well, we'll see if it's good. I have faith in Remedy. They have yet to let me down. They did one game, Crossfire X, that I hear was bad. But they got, like, paid money to make that, and it wasn't really their thing.
I could use to reach the top.
So, I have faith in Remedy. I have no reason to doubt them at this point, so I think it's going to be a great game. Everything I've seen from it looks amazing. It's going to be very surreal, because we're inside the dark place, which is hard to explain if you haven't played this game before. But, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. The first one didn't do very well, but it eventually got that reputation over time. It's kind of like a cult classic. So there is definitely a dedicated fan base. We'll have to see if that translates into sales for the sequel. It does have a lot of competition. We had Spider-Man. We got Mario. All these games coming out right now. We got Call of Duty coming out soon. There's a lot of competition for it. So I hope it makes its money back. I really do. And, like, yeah, we'll do well enough to get a 3. I hope so. I really do, because with the shared universe with Control, like, there's so much potential for this franchise now. And, I mean, if it doesn't do well enough to get a 3, we still might get, you know, Control 2 and Alan Wake to cross over. So there's still a possibility there. But yeah, I really hope it does well. We'll see. One thing about it is, you know, I have to admit, even though I love the name of the character and everything, Alan Wake is not necessarily, like, the most marketable name. You know, it doesn't necessarily scream like horror game. Maybe they should have made a new title or something. But, you know, I don't know. We'll have to see. I'm looking for the manuscript pages right now. But,
the gas station was closer now.
yeah, I'm very curious how it's going to turn out. Oh boy. Dude, these parts running through the woods are the scariest part. Like, you know the ambush is coming. It's like, when does it come? And once you hear that fog sound, and the sound of the footsteps surrounding you, dude. Oh boy. You gotta strategically use your flashlight blast to stun them, because if you can basically stop them in their tracks. You didn't know Control is set in the same universe as Alan Wake. Yeah, the second DLC, Alan Wake is actually in it, and there's some explicit connections in the base game where there's some references, but then it explicitly crosses over in the DLC. And it is, it's just really exciting if you're a fan like me. Oh, really? I wasted ammo. I meant to get both of them with that one. Oh, well. I mean, really, I should just run to where I'm supposed to go, but we have enough ammo. It's all good. It's all good, baby. Yeah, we need to go up here. Definitely could have made it. But yeah, it was a really cool crossover event, and it's a perfect fit if you know. And I don't know if you know Control, but the lore of Control is a perfect fit. It definitely kind of provides an explanation to Alan Wake 2 or Alan Wake and why it is the way it is. Like, where do these shadow people come from? Why is this flashlight powerful? Like, all these little questions you might have, like, what is the significance of the typewriter? It provides an explanation for all of that, you know, and, like, why is this lake so powerful? It provides but it doesn't just explain it. It gives it some extra depth and more mystery to it. Like, there's a lot of mystery in Control. Ah! Oh boy. Okay, I don't like this. That's gonna wake up, I think. No? Okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, here we go. 3 of them? You already know. Look at this. We get the special camera moves. I love the cinematic camera moves. Look at that shit. 3 for 1. Get wrecked, dude. Get fucking wrecked, dude. How do you feel about Resident Evil 7 and 8 being connected to the older games like 2 and 3? Yeah, I mean, it's all connected. It's in the same timeline. So yeah, it almost felt kind of weird that there weren't more references in 7, where it's like, you know, the characters mention stuff about hearing about biological attacks, because that was already a thing. But yeah, there's basically Twilight Zone episodes hidden in this game as well, but we're not going to watch them right now, because, you know, just want to get through more of this if we can. Alright, we're going to start this up. Oh, was I supposed to do that? I think so. Alright, here we are. We're well equipped. We got full up on ammo, full up on batteries. Bro, we are ready for this. I'm ready to take all you bitches on. Nightmare difficulty? Hey, nothing, dude. Nothing. Yeah. You guys should be scared of me, honestly. Look at this. Pop! Get wrecked. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. He's got a... Oh, he's one of the fast boys. That's right. There we go. Get wrecked. Alright, one of the fast boys. We gotta get him. The fast boys are the scariest, because they can hop out at you at any time. Shotgun blast, reload. Shotgun blast, reload. Shotgun blast, get fucking wrecked, dude. I'm not scared.
Stucky's body vanished.
You prefer Resident Evil games over Alan Wake, but that's your personal preference. Hey man, like whatever you like. Yeah, I mean, Resident Evil games definitely have more complexity as far as the gameplay goes. There's more weapons and all that. I don't know, they're very different, you know. Yeah, I mean, I probably would too, to be honest. But hey, why does it have to be one or the other? Why can't you have both? Yeah, totally fair, though.
I recognized the parade float I had seen in Bright Falls when I first arrived with Alice.
The first time you play this, it's really intense. You know, it's different for me because I played
After
this
the
is like my
insanity
6th
I
or
just
7th time
experienced in the
playing it.
darkness, the lights of the gas station felt comforting, at least for a moment. The sane world reasserted itself.
Like when you don't know what you're doing, you will scramble a lot more. I'm obviously like I know I haven't played this in a while. Actually, that's not right. I played this earlier this year, but after not playing it for years and then coming back and playing
It
Remastered,
looked like someone had trashed the place.
it was like an
Or
old
that there'd
glove.
been some
Like
kind of
I
fight.
had no hesitation at all. Okay, back at the gas station has bathrooms and a manuscript on the wall. Let's see. Back here? Facing the front of the gas station. Okay. We gotta go back. Gotta go outside again. Back here? No, it's on the other side. Okay. I'm trying to get all the nightmare manuscripts while we're playing. Might as well, right? I mean, you know. We're not gonna finish this whole
I had to get
game
inside
today,
the gas
of course,
station to
but
find a phone to call for help.
I wish, you know, if I wasn't working, I would probably play this all day tomorrow.
Toby knew the smell. It was the man, the nice man who always gave him treats and never got tired of playing with him. Toby wagged his tail in excited anticipation and gave a joyous bark. Then there was another smell, a wrong smell, and it was alien enough to stop Toby in his tracks. Confused, he growled deep in his throat. The wrong smell came from the nice man. Blind animal terror pierced the dog's brain an instant before the axe followed suit.
All right, so that's the story of the dog, Toby. But yeah, those are definitely written where you're supposed to know the story already. Oh, okay. Gotta run around. But yeah, the sound design is really good. They do a great job with the atmosphere. Oh, that was supposed to click on, I think. But I missed it already because I was looking for the page.
Bright Falls Sheriff Station.
That's the end of episode 1. So there's 5 episodes in this game, so we just got through a 5th of the game. Love it. Of course, the other episodes are longer.
Thank God, Sheriff.
With more combat.
Sarah Breaker. You are...
I'm Alan Wake, but listen. I was in a car crash. My wife, Alice, she's missing.
Calm down, Mr. Wake.
We were staying in a cabin on the island, on Cauldron Lake.
There's no island on Cauldron Lake. Not since the big eruption in the 70s.
Please, I can take you there, okay?
You look like you've taken a pretty bad knock to the head. Are you okay?
Listen.
We'll figure this out.
She's the sheriff.
Please get in the car. We'll swing by the lake and then we'll go to the station. Okay? Mr. Wake, have you seen Stucky, the guy who owns this place?
He did.
I realized
I killed
couldn't
him,
tell
bro.
her what had happened in the forest. She wouldn't have believed me. And then she wouldn't have helped me with Alice.
It's kind of a random question to ask her. Well, I guess he's in the gas station, so maybe he might have seen him. But yeah, they structure this game like a TV show, so the end of it always has a big twist, you know. And it was like the peak of Lost as well when the show came out. So I was like, dude, this game is like Lost, man. They write it with the twist endings. See, this is where the cabin was. Now it's gone, and it wasn't there. So yeah. I'm gonna talk over this so I don't get copyright claim. Blah 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 blah. They got copyrighted music. No.
Alan Wake.
Okay, we're gonna skip the previously. So now we're gonna flash back to Alan Wake's past, showing how he's a little bit of an asshole at this point. But like I say, they walk that balance really well. You didn't grow up in this game, didn't play it when it came out.
I'm home.
Yeah, man, I was hyped for it when it came
Worst
out.
weather I've ever seen.
I was like the only one.
It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning
She's a
out great.
photographer.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
Making some coffee.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks.
Oh, they added more detail to the snow outside in the remaster. Didn't even notice it earlier. But yeah, the remaster is pretty solid.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups.
Oh,
On your
hey.
desk. Tell
Oh,
me what you
hi
think.
there.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Giggity. That's what she said. So do you see these QR codes in the background? They added these for the remaster. And if you scan those, you get sent to a YouTube video. So they have a bunch of little hidden YouTube videos. And that was pretty cool to add for the remaster. So definitely like that. But yeah, these are all his books.
These look really good.
Yeah.
Until Barry gets his hands on them, which, by the way, will happen over my dead body.
Also, one of the good things about the remaster is they took out... There's a bunch of product placement in this game. Ah! She's scared of the dark, by the way.
Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
Okay, we're fixing the fuse box.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Hi, okay.
You okay?
I'm sorry. I just...
But yeah, they took out all the
just
product
really
placement,
spooked
like all the Duracell,
worry.
all the batteries
Just
said
break out
that
the
they were
candles.
Duracell batteries. The phone had
I know,
Verizon on
stupid,
it.
But it's just...
There was like car ads, I think.
especially when I'm not prepared for it, you
But yeah,
know?
they took all that
It
out in the
gets to me.
remaster.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me
Yeah,
the
this is an
third light
important
switch.
story
She
concept
called
for
it the
later.
clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you. Even if you are a liar.
Something you find out later in the game.
for
I don't
this.
know if you want spoilers or not. I don't have to tell you if you don't want, but basically, Alan's whole life, spoiler alert, his whole life was written by another writer. So he was created through the power of the lake. Yeah, that's why these manuscript stories that you find end up coming true.
Nausea, disorientation, anything like that?
Spoiler alert,
Mr. Wake,
sorry. Well,
how are you feeling?
I did warn. I did warn.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
But yeah, if you haven't played this game, it's worth checking out.
If the pain gets
I think the
any worse,
remaster's like
experience any
$15
of the
bucks. I think
symptoms,
it's pretty
you should
cheap.
Come see me. I'll let you get
At least on PC. I don't know about console.
Sheriff Breaker is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
Wait, hold on. I need to see if there's a manuscript page. At the end of the level... Okay. We don't need to worry about it until the end. It's kind of funny how he himself was created by a company in real life. Yeah. No, it's definitely meta. It's definitely commenting on, you know, the act of being creative, especially with Control as well. Like there's some commentary on that. Yeah,
I'm not
for sure.
I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
But yeah, even in the universe, he was created by another writer.
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up.
But they aren't gods. Like, they have to play by rules.
Excuse me. I need
Like,
to take this.
there has to be a price to be
Hello?
paid, like the way a story works, you know?
Help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole
It's
in
a
the
kidnapper.
Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National
Mr.
Park.
Wake, can I
There's a
help
spot
you with
called Lover's
anything?
Peak. Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Hey, can you turn
The
So
early
we're
morning
speeding
light
through.
hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
Go through the fence on the left. I forget that. Oh, right here, right. Yeah, so there's an achievement in this chapter for finishing it quickly.
Alice's
So we're going to try to get
driver's
that.
license had been placed in the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week. You and Alice. I've been working.
Barry's the man. We love Barry. He's the comic relief.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't
I
talk.
hope he's still funny in the new one, and he's
I
not
had
like
to get the
super
sheriff to
serious
let
or
me go.
something.
I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
All right. You all right there? Wow, the TVs are broken right now. That's supposed to play something. Hold on, I want to make sure VSync is on, because this is VSync on. Maybe motion blur needs to be on for that to work. All right, we'll try that. Yeah, I don't know. I did mention that the remaster's a little glitchy. I'm just playing it because it's the new one, you know, might as well.
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her.
Discussing.
Did
you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Ooh. Yeah, let's commit some crimes, bro. That's a good idea.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
We just punch him in the face. Love it. Yeah, it turns out the whole vacation was a setup to try to get him to go see that doctor.
With the paparazzi, I thought they were gonna lock you up.
How did I feel about survival, The Walking Dead Survival Instinct?
He thought I was certified.
It's a bad game. I never owned it, but I played a little bit of it over a friend's house.
He smelled money.
And just the gameplay was not good. Like, the concept is okay.
I had a midnight appointment with
but
the
it's
kidnapper at a place
laughably,
called
like,
Lover's
there's ways
Peak,
you can hack the
somewhere
game,
in
and it's
Elderwood
so
National
easy. Like, you
Park.
just have to hide
The plan
behind
was to rent a
objects and
cabin.
then just
I don't
stab
like
each
it, Al. I
zombie
don't
one
like
by
any of
one.
it. It's not good.
It's a
In fact,
joke.
it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake!
I kind of like the story idea, you know, Daryl backstory stuff, but it's just not. It just wasn't
I was
good.
just bringing Rusty some coffee.
Very
He's on the
rushed.
balcony, looking
Which
at the
I got a short coming out Friday about
really
The
need to
Walking
go.
Dead
Great to
Destinies,
see you
and
again, Mr.
my
Wake.
short is gonna say,
Later.
don't buy it. Do not buy The Walking Dead Destinies. The company that made it,
Who's Max?
Game Mill Entertainment, they made a game called Skull Island Rise of Kong. It just came out a couple weeks ago, and it's widely considered the worst game of the year. You watch videos about this game, it looks horrifically bad, and it's low review scores across the board. IGN gave it a 30 out of 100, and that's really low for IGN. They gave it a 3 out of 10. So, and they rushed the games out. They only take 1 year to develop them, and they overwork their people, and they don't have high budgets, so it's gonna be awful. Don't buy that game.
And someone's got Alice, and everything's just
a fair warning.
When you say stuff like that, don't get me wrong, it's a good story.
They made a game called Big Rig Racing 20 years ago, which wasn't even finished when it came out. Like, the game, as it was sold on store shelves, none of the enemies would even race against you. There was no collision, so you couldn't run into anything. And also, at the end, it said, "You're winner.
Hey,
you
Rusty,
are
right?
winner."
You're right, Cabins.
It's like,
Mr. Wake, I'd shake
really
your hand,
dumb.
but mine are kind of full here.
You're planning on buying to check it out?
I'm sorry
Don't
about
do
this.
it.
Would you mind
Don't do
grabbing
it.
a registration form from the
It's
desk?
a waste of money.
Just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
I'm 100% sure it's gonna be terrible.
Crazy poachers.
Maybe not 100%, maybe 99%.
They're illegal to use here.
But hey, if you buy it, that's all you. But at least wait and see some reviews before you buy it.
At least Max is gonna
At
be
least.
okay. You got lucky.
Or you mean Survival Instinct?
Max is still groggy from the shot I gave him. I'd rather not leave him alone just yet.
Okay. Yeah, we're out of here.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper.
We're meeting the kidnapper.
End up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing. Listen, you hit.
But yeah, I was surprised. I got a lot of pushback on that video, where I got a decent amount of dislikes on the video I made about Destinies, where I was mostly promoting it, but I was like, I'm skeptical, you know. I got a lot of dislikes, but I'm telling you, all those people that dislike that video, they're gonna be agreeing with me when the game comes out. I'm telling you, dude.
I think this is the form you wanted.
Oh, look, the temperature thing is back.
Okay, you're all set, Mr.
You played King Kong, the official game of the movie, when I was a kid, but it was superior to that garbage King Kong game that we got. Yeah, that game was pretty cool when it came out. I remember that.
It's an easy walk. Nice
Yeah, that was the game that they always played on the TVs and stuff when you go into Best Buy, because it looked really good to show off the 360.
You're asking me to
Jackass Household, nice name, that's fun. Are there viewers whose names you know off the top of your head? You mean like their screen names or their actual names? Because I do know like some of the viewers, yeah. Like Epic Zombie Killer's always in here. He's a mod now. But yeah, there's a couple other viewers I know. We got Eric. No Eric. I know most of the regulars.
This is not a
for sure.
goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand.
I
You're my
love
best
that.
friend, and I'm
I hope I
worried
don't
that you're
burn
not
this
right in the
camera
head.
out with that.
Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Oh man. Might need to turn off the camera eventually. I don't know.
Careful with the natives, Al. These yokels.
All right, let's go.
Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
Deliverance. You guys see that movie? That's a good movie. Deliverance. You got the creepy kid playing banjo and shit. Let's go. We're driving, boys. Alright. So we got to try to get there
Barry had the
quickly.
keys to the car
Screen
and
names. Yeah, I
it
know
wasn't a
most of
long
them.
walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people
Yeah, I
had
try
called
to
me
respond
right in the sheriff's
to
station.
most of the
Cops wouldn't
comments.
spare
Not all of
and they
them.
had Alice.
Because my channel is a bit bigger now, and you know I can't respond to everything. But I try my best to at least respond to the people that like come back repeatedly, as long as they aren't jerks. Oh, I do respond to some jerks too, for fun. What's up, Phoenix? How you doing? Playing some Alan Wake, getting ready for number 2. I'm pumped. We're skipping past all these cabins have stuff in it, but I'm skipping it for the achievement to try to Try to get this done in time. Oh, nothing there. How are you doing tonight? I'm doing well. Really hyped for Alan Wake 2, man. I've been waiting so long for this. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear you're doing well. Oh shit. Oh boy.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please, help me!
Oh no. I mean, look at the sound design, bro. Alright. So we gotta fight somebody now. But we were just talking about earlier, Walking Dead Destinies. And how, I'm recommending people don't buy it. I'm making a video about it. Game Mill Entertainment just released a game called Skull Island: Rise of Kong, and it's universally considered one of the worst games of the year, worse than Lord of the Rings Gollum. So look that game up, and that's what you should expect from Walking Dead Destinies. So don't buy it. You played King Kong 2005 movie game?
Hang on.
I played a little bit of it. I never owned that either. But I do remember trying it out. I remember liking it. I remember thinking it was good. And I seem to remember it got good reviews too. But yeah, as you can see, the temperature warning is on. But yeah, did you like that? That definitely, I don't think there's any debate that that's better than the new one. You know, definitely better than Skull Island, Rise of Kong, or whatever it's called. We gotta get a move on, boys. Let's see if I get the achievement. Let's go. I think we need to beat it in a half hour. And you already know, because we have to backtrack, we're getting ambushed.
Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker.
Let's go.
No way to get the lights
Ammo,
back on.
batteries. Yes, sir. What more do you need? I don't know if we're allowed to die either, but we probably won't. Ah!
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Ain't no problem. I ain't scared of you. Dude, I'm a professional. Ooh, boy, look at this. Look at these professional gaming skills, dude. I should be a pro streamer for this. Oh, boy.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole.
Rusty's gone. Sad news. Had mediocre hopes for them being able to pull off some of the gameplay, but now I got none. Yeah, that's how I felt when I found that out. Ah! Yeah, they rush the games out, and they only take a year to develop them. And they are very low budget. That's why companies like AMC will sell them their rights, because they're like, hey, we'll make it in less than a year, and it'll be like really inexpensive for you. And I'm stuck here. Oh no, I'm not. Okay. But that's why AMC and companies like that will go with them. But I wouldn't say there's no chance of it being good. Like, you never know that it maybe. Like, I'll still give it a shot. You know, I'm gonna play it for the purpose of reviewing it. So if it's bad, I'll let you know. But definitely wait for reviews is gonna be my opinion on it, you know? Don't go pre-ordering it. But yeah, I've heard that, like, the gameplay isn't good on their games and stuff like that, so I don't know. Yeah, once I've been watching videos of the Rise of Kong game, and then I was like, oh no, that's the same company? Oh no. Alright, so now we steal his car, right? Yes. Reach Lover's Peak. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, we gotta fight this one? I'm out of ammo. Yeah, I think we do need a vehicle, right? Or do we go this way? No, this is the way we came. I do not have ammo to kill him. I forget where to go right now. Oh boy. Wait. Oh, you know what? I'm probably supposed to go this way. Ah, shit. Alright, we're dead. You're planning on watching a few reviews first, but now I'm definitely waiting for reviews, and personally, I never pre-order anything. That's smart. That is good protocol in general.
The ground was covered with thorny patches.
Because, you know, if you pre-order games and it turns out bad, you know, you can't always get your money back. On Steam, thankfully, you can. Like, if you played less than 2 hours, then you can. You can return it. But yeah. Like, I know I shouldn't. But I did pre-order Alan Wake 2. So I already have that squared away. I pre-order a lot of games, but it's like
hole in the wall.
when I'm doing it to stream anyway. Oh yeah, I didn't need to backtrack, silly me. But yeah, when I know I'm gonna stream it, like I want to have it. I know I'm gonna buy it day one anyway, just regardless, because like I'm playing it for content purposes as much as like playing it myself. But yeah, my thinking behind that is if it turns out bad, I can warn people and then stop them from buying it. You know what I mean? And plus, like, content-wise, people are going to be most interested the first few days. Sometimes Steam will give me some money back even if you want to... Oh, really? You got it over 2 hours and they still gave you money back? That's nice. Yeah, if you explain what happened or, like... Yeah, sometimes I think they will. Which that's why Steam is so successful, because, you know, they're consumer friendly in general. You know, I got my criticism of Steam, but, you know, they're pretty good. I mean, they set the standard for return policies in the digital side of the industry. Because that's the one thing that, like, a physical copy used to have is, like, resale value. You know, if you didn't like the game, you could return it, or if it didn't work, you could return it and get another copy or something. But now with digital, you can't. So to replace that, they give you the return policy. You bought a game once and it was shit, and it went over by about 20-30 minutes. Dang. I'm glad you got your money back. See, I just went the wrong way last time. Silly me. But I think we can still get the achievement, so I think we're good.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
What the hell was even that?
It's just me going crazy.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. You're not crazy.
Oh jeez.
But you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
I mean it. Alright, we're making progress. We did a first little boss battle. We're definitely finishing episode 2 today. But I don't think we're going to finish the whole game. If we did like a 5-hour stream, I might be able to. Especially if I started skipping cutscenes, but... I just had this game memorized. Alright.
End of the nature trail.
We're playing on hard, so we're gonna sidetrack and get this chest over here. I think that there's a flare gun in here, I think. So, need it, want it, gotta have it, let's go. The annoying thing with this game is there's always, or you know what, maybe I should have skipped it just because the time limit, but you know what, whatever, we're getting the shotgun. Shotgun and flare gun, okay, it was worth it, it was worth it. As long as we we still make the time limit. But yeah. Hang on. I see there's a message there, but it's not showing up in my stream window yet. Okay, true, it's good content. On a note about that, I hate when people complain, say people who only make videos for the views. I'm like, it's almost like people upload videos for people to watch them. Yeah. Like, I hate to break it to you, views is the only point of making a video. Yeah, it is the whole point. You know, not to say, like, there's a difference between doing something for views and then selling out. You know, there's a definite difference. And the difference with selling out is, like, that would be making videos where I say things I don't mean. Or, like, pretending to care about something I don't care about. But that, you know, I won't ever do that. And that's just, like, I don't have that in me. But, yeah, if I didn't care about views, I would probably, my channel would probably mostly be dedicated to survival horror stuff, which is probably why I'm reviving the, I'm probably going to revive the second channel, my gaming channel, because I want to make more videos about survival horror content, but most of my subscribers aren't interested in that. So, yeah, I am very much guided by what my viewers are interested in. So, like, you know, I'm not going to make a video about some obscure indie movie. You know, I gotta follow the mainstream stuff. So, you know, like, I made the one video about the Snow White remake, and now I'm covering Disney stuff on a regular basis because, you know, I got a lot of subscribers that are interested in that. But I was just planning to make the one video, and that was going to be it. You know, it wasn't originally part of my plan to make that a regular part of my content, but now it is, just because, like, that's what people are interested in. But yeah, I mean, you know, I don't want to just talk to myself in my bedroom, you know what I mean? Like, I want to make stuff people want to watch. But yeah, that would be like saying, you know, oh, you're making a TV show just because you want people to see it. Like, yeah, dude. That's the whole point. I'm glad you understand that. Selling out pretty much all big and major YouTube. Yeah, that's unfortunately true. I mean, there are definitely some who don't sell out, you know. There's definitely some who are still true to themselves. Like, you know, I feel like PewDiePie, that's a big YouTuber, but I feel like he's a genuine dude. You know, there's YouTubers that can still do it. I've lost my no-hit streak. We went through all of episode 1 without getting a single scratch on us. Let's get the shotgun out here and take care of this one really quick. And then this one. I'm gonna say, I don't remember how many enemies. That's the thing, is I don't memorize where the enemies are, how much I need to save ammo. Probably should. But we're trying to rush through here. I think it was a good thing we went back for the flare gun, because I did lose some time going back there, but we did save time on that fight. Like, I just was able to pull out. Alright, we're just running for the save point here. That's the good thing about this game, is like, oh shit, of course they did that. How could I forget? Give me that. Oh. Some, but all the channels I grew up watching, and very few of them stay genuine. PewDiePie is an example, but his Irish cousin Jack IMO definitely sold his soul to YouTube. Yeah, Jacksepticeye. I can see where you're coming from with that. Do you see his, like, he basically dissed Mr. Beast, and he was like, yeah, he was saying the exact same kind of stuff you're talking about, where, like, he was like, Mr. Beast ruined YouTube because he made YouTube all about the views, and now, like, that's all anybody cares about. It's like, bro, shit, dude, I'm about to die big time. But he was like, yeah, Mr. Beast ruined YouTube, and I'm just sitting here like, bro, there was never a time where YouTube was not about views. Like, this is a fantasy land that you're living in. I don't know what you're talking about. It was really bizarre. But yeah, so that just to me screams like projection, you know? Like, it's like, this dude puts out like multiple videos a day, I'm pretty sure, some days. There's no way you do that. Yeah, I should have saved the fucking flare gun. But there's no way you do that without the motivation of views and money and attention. Like, you're not doing that just because for funsies. Like, it's work. You know, you put in a lot of work to do that. Yeah, you thought that was stupid. I get people grow up, but he just isn't the same. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, but sometimes it's like, did I change or did he change? You know what I mean? Like, there's definitely times like that. Oh, shit. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna run for the light on this one. I really should have saved the flare gun, boys. We don't even have flares yet to fall back on. But yeah, you can see that light right there, so... Oh boy. Damn. Yep, we want that dodge so we can get that sprint. Whoa, look at this. Oh no. Give me that light, give me that light. Whoa, look at this. Oh, yep. Get wrecked, dude. But yeah, that was such a ridiculous, like, non-controversy. And I think he just said that for attention, you know what I mean? Like, he's only the biggest YouTuber on the platform, Mr. Beast. And I watch his videos all the time. I'm really impressed with, like, how big he gets. Like, it's hundreds of millions of views. And just, like, the production value. Like, he has more budget for his videos than your average TV show. Like, he's literally spending more in a video than, like, AMC is spending on Walking Dead. I swear. I stumbled onto one of his little podcast things with another YouTuber that hangs out with Mark, mainly. Markiplier? Basically pulled a cop out. Oh, okay, hang on. Back out real quick, saying he was joking and no one believes lie detector vid. Oh, really? He's trying to backtrack on that now? I mean, lie detectors are BS. That's why they aren't, like, admissible in court, you know what I mean? But, yeah, like, you can't backtrack. You can't put out a hot take like that and then pretend it didn't happen. Like, come on. I stand by my hot takes. Say what you will about me, but... yeah, Markiplier. I think it's just BS and he just picked an excuse that the average moron will believe. Yeah, I think it really just was for attention, you know.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
Look, the kidnapper's helping us out, boys.
That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
That's not a knife. That's a knife. Appreciate you helping me out, dog.
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them.
I mean, in a way it was smart, because, like, it's a bunch of free publicity for him, but I don't know if it's, like, long-term a good idea.
I lost my gun back there.
Considering, like, you can lose fans over that. Like, there's definitely crossover between Jacksepticeye fans and Mr. Beast fans, because Mr. Beast has such a big fan base that it's, like, this huge net. You know, there's definitely a crossover there. And I hate to break it to Jack, but most of his fans are children, probably. So most kids like Mr. Beast, you know, just putting that out there. Oh boy. Okay, let's do this. Maybe I underestimated hard mode. I'm probably also just getting distracted talking about shit. Oh, he took my gun? What the hell? It's not cool, bro. Oh. Did I lose my gun? I forget what happened in the cutscene. I think he took it. Like, if Jack said he believed Mr. Beast ruined YouTube, in the sense that it no longer is something for the average Joe to get into, then I'd see his point better. Yeah! I could see that. Like, it raises the bar so high. But, you know, honestly, like, I feel like corporations are more responsible for that. But yeah, I mean, you know, I kind of like that in a way, you know, he doesn't need a network to be successful. Like, yeah, he's got a ridiculously high budget. It does raise the standards for everybody. But at the same, in one way, he did come from nothing. You know, he at one point was a small YouTuber like I am now. So it's inspirational in one way. But I do like that there are people that influential without, like, Sony signing them or something like that. Like, he can make his own money and invest in his own businesses and stuff. So I like it. I think it's a good thing. I'm all down for, you know, individuals owning their own stuff. You know, he's basically indie, even though he's massive, you know. Let's be honest, YouTube kind of has hierarchy that I believe Jack said himself once. Kids start with Stampy, Dan, TDM, etc. I don't know these people. Then they become teenagers and go to Mark, Q's, Jack. See, I was on YouTube way back when it first started. I was on YouTube like in 2006, and like, yeah, I was watching PewDiePie and all that stuff back then. So I don't know that I have a good perspective on what kids are into these days. Oh, let's go, dude. Why didn't you tell me that door was open? Oh, do I need help? No, we're good. Alright. Come on, bro. Hurry up. Can I get my gun back? Yeah, there's definitely a hierarchy to YouTube. But, I don't know. People still go to YouTube for the real deal. Like, they want to hear directly from normal people, you know, and that'll always be a part of it. But, you know, like, can I compete with, you know, multi-million, you know, subscriber channel? I mean, I obviously could, or I wouldn't even be here, you know? So, I don't know. There's definitely a hierarchy. It's definitely hard. There's so much content out there that it's just hard to compete. But it's not impossible. Jack was honestly hypocritical on that in more ways than one. He's been in movies, met actors, been given stuff from companies, has a clothing brand, has a coffee brand. Yeah, I mean, dude, he's big fish in the pond. Like, he is bigger than, you know, I'll probably ever be. Bigger than, you know, where he's at is what most small YouTubers would dream of, you know. It's a very small percentage of people get to be that big. But I don't know, is he signed to anybody? It would be extra hypocritical if he's, like, signed to an MCN or something. Or if he's, you know, repped by, like, CAA or something like that. Yeah, even PewDiePie was signed with Disney for a while, but then they dropped him because, you know, one of the million times he got canceled for, you know, dumb stuff, in my opinion. But yeah, that's the thing, like, you can't really survive on YouTube without some type of backing. You know, you can't just do ad revenue anymore. Dang, I'm not doing so hot. If they just gave me a gun, this would all be over with. I think what Jack really doesn't like is things aren't going to be easy anymore. I don't believe he's signed to anyone. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some other... Maybe he's probably just, like, kind of envious. Because he's, like... You know, he's still making a living. You know, he's still making more money than most people will in their entire lives. But he's, not... He was the zeitgeist at a certain point. You know, him and PewDiePie and the horror games and screaming at stuff. That was... like what you thought of when you thought of a YouTuber for a while. But that's not him anymore. It's Mr. Beast now. So it's, you know, I think there's a bit of jealousy going on there.
Say that. I read it all before.
But you know, no beef with the guy. You know, I still like his content. I don't watch it much, but I you know, I respect his output.
Proper editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire man.
But yeah, I think you lose a bit of perspective once you get to that size.
You touch her now.
Alan's an aggressive man. He's like his first any sign of conflict. Relatable. The temperature indicator. I'm hot, boys. Look at me.
You're gonna give me the madness.
All right, let's go. You think Jack misses being able to sit down and just record, but that doesn't work anymore. It was already going away. But Mr. Beast came and expedited that process. Maybe.
Some magical power.
What do you mean by that? Like stand down and just
I
record?
had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
Like he needs more editing in it now or something? More polished? That's what I do for my videos. I do a little bit of editing, but for the most part it's like one take, and I'll just take out like repetition and stuff. If I repeat myself or if there's a long pause, sometimes I mess up and have to go back. Don't want to get caught in these bear traps. But yeah, in general, it's just a one take for me. And the reason I do that is because, oh shit, I'm a video editor for a living.
Rusty had warned me about these traps.
And you know, I work full time, so I don't have time to put as much editing as I would, you know, ideally like to do. But eventually, you know, if this channel becomes profitable for me, it would be a good idea to hire an editor. Even though I'm an editor for a living, it would be a good idea because then I could produce more videos. Like I would shoot more and then have somebody else do the editing. But you know, that feels impossibly far away. I don't know. It's still a hobby for me, and that's probably realistically all it's ever gonna be. But it would be cool if I could make it like a side hustle. Oh no. Big scream. I feel like I should turn off this camera soon. I don't know what's supposed to happen if it overheats. Like, is it gonna start melting? I'm a little concerned. For the Alan Wake streams, we're going without the camera, unfortunately. I mean, the Alan Wake 2 stream this weekend, we're going without the camera. For multiple reasons. One, because of the overheating. And two, because it's a big, beefy game. Big, juicy, beefy game that you need really high specs to play. So having the camera on is like 10% extra CPU utilization. So I want to try to... we'll see how the game runs. You know, if it runs well, then for the second stream I might have the camera on. But I don't want to... Also, I want to record footage for when I do my review. Oh, shit. It's okay, he's gonna go away. What'd you say? Like, he used to just switch on the camera and have it record the game, and little effort really required. Now he has to do a lot more. But he's got people doing that for him, right? Like, he doesn't edit his own videos, I'm sure. Even he has to be more careful with speaking. Oh, yeah, YouTube adpocalypse stuff. It's pretty annoying. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, how sanitized everything got. Like, we came to YouTube because we want to see uncensored content, and then YouTube comes and makes it all censored. And I understand they're in a delicate position because they gotta appeal to the creators, the viewers, and also advertisers, because that's like what makes the whole thing work. So I don't blame them completely. Oh shit, I was supposed to dodge that. But where was I going with that thought? But yeah, that definitely is a valid frustration. Although I'll be honest, like most of my videos are monetized. Like I don't really have an issue with that, and I don't censor myself, so I just know I'm not supposed to swear in the first like minute or so, so I usually limit that. Or I'll, you know, I censor my shorts because I know those get dinged in the algorithm if you swear too much. But I'm also not a comedian, you know, I'm not making edgy jokes or anything. Which I think that, I like edgy jokes. I'm a dark humor guy. I like that stuff. So if I was trying to make comedy content, it would be very frustrating to me. More guys. Let's try to run out of here. I also am out of flares. I need to get that dodge down. That's what's killing me right now. Someone rolled a Star Trek 3 dumbass Klingon self-destruct scene. The movie, I didn't even watch the third Star Trek movie. I was not a fan of those J.J. Abrams movies. But yeah, I would definitely be frustrated if I was like a comedy creator. But I mean, you must still be able to do it, because, you know, like, Long Beach Griffey's still doing his thing, and he's not he doesn't censor himself, you know? You know what's crazy now is, like, my Instagram is, like, has more reach than my YouTube does right now. But Instagram doesn't pay for Reels anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. That's from the original Star Trek 3. Okay, which one is that? Is that Search for Spock? I watched it once. I watched it once and don't really remember it. Because it's not a good movie. Is that controversial to say? I think we all agree that it's not a great movie, right? I mean, honestly, most of the Star Trek movies aren't really that great. Like, it's the TV shows we like. I mean, obviously, Wrath of Khan is a masterpiece, for sure. That Klingon self-destruct scene. I just don't really remember what that's referring to, because I watched that when I was little. Maybe I should watch it again, because maybe my opinion would be different now. I don't know. It's been a while. Hunting rifle ammo. Let's go ahead and do this so we can heal up. Of course, they attack me right then. Search for Spock. Yeah. If I remember right, like, the even ones are the good ones, right? Like, the Wrath of Khan, the whale one is good. And I actually like the first one, too. It wasn't bad. For me, the only Star Trek movies I like are Wrath of Khan and Undiscovered Country. Yeah. Like, the Next Gen ones, like, Next Gen is my favorite Star Trek. And those movies are they're just dumb action movies, you know? Like, they were trying to appeal to a mainstream audience. The camera shut off, but I'm getting attacked right now. Oh boy. Alright. There we go. We'll see if I'm sure the temperature warning will be there still. No, it's gone right now. It'll be back. Oh, no, don't fall in the water. Don't fall in the water. Don't fall in the water. Please don't fall in the water. Okay, we're going this way. But yeah, I didn't like the new Star Trek movies. Like, the first one was okay. If it was just like generic sci-fi, I probably would have liked it, but I was like, it's not a good Star Trek movie. Yeah, the even ones are generally considered good, yeah. I kind of like the first one, though. I don't hate it. The only odd one I like is Search for Spock. Oh, you like Search for Spock? Maybe I have to watch it again. It's not as bad as number 5. Yeah. Yeah, number 5. Yeah, they got a little weird in that one. Okay. Nope, we don't want that. Naked singing Uhura seat scarred me for life. One was like 50. Well, just wait until you're 50. Maybe you'll actually enjoy it. I mean, she was a good-looking lady. Let's go. Alright, is there anything over here? No. Okay, going up the ladder. Naked singing Aurora. Really scarred you, huh? Ah! It's always collapsing around me. The world is collapsing around me. Life is so hard. Oh boy. I keep forgetting I need to dodge earlier than I think I do. More or less. Like whenever I think I need to dodge sooner. There we go. Hunting rifle is my favorite. It's my jam. You hate the first TNG movie, which is Generations. Yeah, really just out of spite since Kirk was killed off. Yeah, that's valid. What the fuck? Okay. I thought I was stuck there for a second. I've always preferred Kirk to Picard. Fair enough. Maybe an unpopular... I don't think it's unpopular. Lots of people like Kirk, man. I know Nerdrotic feels that way. I remember him saying that. He likes... Kirk is the original captain, the OG captain. Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. I like Kirk too, don't get me wrong. It's just like Next Gen was the series for me when I was younger, so it's the one that I connected with the most. So that's probably why I like it better. Oh no. Shit, we're gonna die now. Nope. Not gonna hit me this time, bro. Oh, I'm out of shit. No! Well, I will say, Kirk the actor is a really cool dude. I like him a lot. It's really cool. Like the human race isn't and will never be... Oh, okay, wait, hang on. Like Picard is too preachy for your liking. Okay, fair enough. And the concept putting the human race as higher and mightier than everyone else. TNG I like, but Picard I like. And I also... You despise him? Really? Well, the whole, like, human race being perfect thing is, like, that's a Roddenberry thing. Because his whole thing was an optimistic future where humanity had resolved its problems. Which, that's just what Star Trek is supposed to be, you know? Oh, boy. Got stuck on the board there. Look at that dodge, dude. Dang. No, 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 no. Should probably use this. Oh, whew. Kirk knew when he needed to break bones. fair enough. But I feel like that's who Worf is supposed to be, right? Like, he's the aggressive guy. That's why I like Worf. Picard just prays that the answer to his problem will just manifest. I disagree with that. I think Picard's really good at taking different points of view and weighing them out, and then picking the best option is what I would say he's good at. One of my favorite quotes on the subject is, "If you are incapable of being cruel, pray to those who are." Yeah, I mean, you gotta every now and again defend yourself, for sure. But that's why we had Worf embody that in Next Gen.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way.
Yeah, that's definitely true to life. But like, that's not the added. I don't want true to life when it comes to Star Trek. You know, like I don't want a dark, moody Star Trek. I want that hopeful, humanity has solved its problems type of future vision. Because that's just, you know, that's just what Star Trek is to me anyway. So that's
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster.
Garage keys are in the shitter. We gotta find them. But yeah, you know, there's definitely the quote that like you have to keep the monster in you caged because it might be useful at some point. You know, I forget what the quote is, but I heard probably like Jordan Peterson or somebody saying that. Oh, it is working now. Look at that. Okay, so I needed to turn motion blur on to get that to work. If I remember correctly, Worf always got denied or his ass kicked until Deep Space Nine. I remember Cisco for the same reason I like Kirk. Not always, but like usually, yeah. We're running out of here. Yeah, I mean, you know, you definitely prioritize finding a peaceful solution over, you know, security in Star Trek world. But no, there were definitely times where he was obviously right and there was no other choice. There were times for sure. But you're not wrong in general. You like Cisco for the same reason you like Kirk? Yeah, man. Deep Space Nine is a good show, for sure. I have my criticisms of it because some of the concepts I'm not the biggest fan of, you know, like Section 31 and stuff like that, I'm not the biggest fan of. But I get why people like it. Like, it's a lot of people's favorite Star Trek show. And it's a good choice, and I respect that. You do like that about Star Trek, the hopeful utopia. Yeah, that's what I like too. But I think they also need to keep a touch on the dark part of it. I disagree just because, like, there's so much darkness in today's world. Like, I don't know. I think it's the counterbalance. Sci-fi is very dystopian, and there's not a lot of hopeful sci-fi other than Star Wars and Star Trek. Like, that's about it as far as hopeful sci-fi goes. I like dark stuff, don't get me wrong. I mean, I review The Walking Dead on my channel, but we need that counterbalance too. You like hopeful and peaceful and whatnot. Oh, shit. Hi, boys. How you boys doing? We're not fighting you. Oh, that's not a... Oh, okay, it is a safe point. Whew! But there's always some element in the dark. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's always a part. There's always a part of it.
Deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't... Listen.
We need...
Time to finish it. I still need to write the
Just
ending.
before the cabin, there's a manuscript page we find. You're iffy on Section 31. I think it just needs more content and coverage before I can make a complete opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like that there's this, you know, part of Starfleet that is against the whole mission of Starfleet. You know, as like a peacekeeping outfit. exploration outfit.
The dark presence had touched the girl.
They too much shady stuff for me, for my liking. It's just a preference.
And he lay helpless, drugged, lit only by the flickering of the TV screen.
And it's like, oh, it's a secret, but everybody knows about it in the new Star Treks.
Close to the writer, ready to touch him again. Back to work, boy.
Back to work, boy. But yeah, we'll see with the movie with Michelle Yeoh. We'll see.
The phone.
All right, here we go, boys. Final boss battle against the dreaded Raven Crow things, whatever you want to call them.
Ow! Ow! I am so glad you're here.
More flares, please. Thank you. Yes, appreciate that. I love Barry. Alright, I ain't scared of no freaking bird. You can't scare me. Dude, that's one thing I hope we get in the new one, is I hope we get animals, more animals. Because we only really have a bird. But it would be cool, like, what if we get a bear? You know what I mean? Like, how cool would that be? Oh, there's a chest back here. Might want to get. Where is it? Back here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Chest. But we'll see. I mean, I liked Michelle Yeoh when she was in the first episode or two, but when she came back as the, you know, the mirror universe version of her, I don't know. I thought it was like kind of cheesy. I don't know. I didn't like her acting on that. But she's a good actor though, so I don't know. Maybe I'll give her a shot in the new one. The Emperor Giorgio part. Her name was Giorgio, right? Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was a little silly. That's just me though. Hold on. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, the one thing with this game is every episode you restart with no items again, so you might as well just use all the ammo you have. No reason not to. Because usually my instinct with survival horror games is to use as little resources as humanly possible. Shit! I agree with you on needing more hopeful stuff. You know, the hard part for me is like most of the stuff I write and personally make and have interest in is dark stuff. But I do have that desire in me for more lighthearted stuff. I like dark things in Trek. Could have a few elements touch on, and it would do good. But Seventh Son having his eyes and Borg organs ripped. Oh, dude, that was when I stopped watching Picard. That show is just so awful. Until season 3, which was awesome. But yeah, like, oh, dude. It made no sense too, because like there's no reason that they have to do that, because they can like with the science they had at that point, it would have been easier not to.
The supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche, a tool to use in writing fiction.
But yeah, do you know why they did that? There's actually a very specific reason for that. The actor who played that character originally is they disagree with his politics, so they had him get murdered in a very gruesome manner as a form of retribution. It's extra twisted. And it's weird with the eye thing, because I've seen that in a bunch of different shows. Like The Peripheral had a scene like that. It was just like this weird trend. I don't know why they were doing it.
Hope you come back soon.
Oh, you stopped watching it there as well? Yeah, man, it was awful. It was awful. It was just the most uncalled for thing in Star Trek ever. Season 3 did an extreme disservice to the Enterprise F. You love the Odyssey class. I worked a long time to get it in Star Trek Online. What do you mean by it did a disservice to it? It makes sense with they didn't like the actor. Yeah, it was really weird. Oh, talking over copyrighted music. Talking over. Okay, I need to use the restroom real quick, so I'm gonna do the BRB thing, but I will definitely be right back. So don't go anywhere. And actually, let's go ahead and put on some music for you guys. But yeah, I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back. Sorry for the wait. They just completely retired it and replaced it with the Enterprise G and didn't even show the Enterprise F do anything. I was looking forward to seeing the Odyssey on screen, and they only got flybys, really. Yeah, that's fair. I like the ships, but it's not like a huge thing for me, but I can definitely see where you're coming from there. Alright, let's get this music turned off. I need a new camera bad. Okay. Where's the game? Where's the game? There it is. Okay. We're good. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that.
Did you get our hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all
I have the AC
sorts of
unit
interesting
on now.
stuff while I
Sorry.
was digging around.
Sorry if that's annoying.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an
So we got another, I would say like 30 minutes left in the stream, maybe 45.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff.
10:30, I gotta cut it off if we're still streaming at that point. 'Cause I got work in the morning.
Folks, name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose.
But yeah, we got
Next to the
videos
waitress down
coming
at the
out.
diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl.
Got a video tomorrow and then a video for Friday.
A writer, huh? I heard
What my video tomorrow
Well, I'll show you her trailer. That
is
Rose
actually about
is a
Star
nice girl.
Trek.
Always pays
Star
the
Trek
rent on
Picard. I got the Blu-ray for
was
season
saying,
3.
Al,
And I don't know if you looked into it, but there was actually a mistake on the final episode where they actually updated CGI for the final episode at the last minute. And they had the older version on the Blu-ray. So it wasn't actually updated.
Doorway to the underworld.
And it still looked fine, like it wasn't bad or anything. But the new one is definitely better. So, you know, people were like kind of upset, you know, they wanted that fixed. And then I filled out a form for a replacement disc. And I actually got sent it. This is the old one. I put the old one in here. The new one's in here. But they sent me out a new version of the disc, which is super awesome. And I didn't have to pay. So, hell yeah, Paramount. Appreciate you. For me, I'm a guy who likes Star Trek ships to a degree. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I get that, man. Like for me, the OG Enterprise is a meh. You love the refit. The Excelsior class Enterprise B grew on me. You hate the Ambassador C. You know, the bad thing is I would have to look these up to see it in my mind. Because I know the ships, you know, I just don't memorize it. The D is meh. Really? That's the next gen one, right? That's like my favorite one. The Sovereign Enterprise E, you love the design. After that, they looked like we wouldn't get another one. Then the Odyssey class came along, and you love that design. Is Odyssey the new one?
The Scratchin' Hag comes for you
The
in
newest
dark.
one?
Childish stuff like that.
Anyway,
Yeah, you know, hey, different strokes for different folks, you know? I totally respect that. Like, if I was involved with making Star Trek, I would want to make sure to have somebody on the crew like you that actually cares about that. You know, like, not that I don't care, like I do, but it's just not the main thing. It's the same like way in like, I'm a huge Halo fan as well. Like, I love Halo. But there are some Halo fans that love the armor, and they memorize all the different types of armor, and they have intense debates about which Master Chief armor is the best and all that. And you know, I can have an opinion. I say Halo 3 design was my favorite design. You know, I can have an opinion on that, but I can't really articulate why. Or, you know, oh, the shoulder pads on this one don't look right, and I'm not that person, you know. But I respect that, you know. I respect that that's like part of what makes Halo cool. Same way the ships are part of what makes Star Trek cool. Like, it's a vital part. Yeah, so totally. I totally respect it.
Welcome to...
She's so creepy now.
Mr. Wake.
Welcome to...
I'm so glad
Mr.
you're
Wake.
here.
Oh, yo, one thing that's really cool.
Oh.
AMC
Oh, yes.
has the rights to make
Please, come
Alan
in.
Wake a TV show. So it's not currently in production, but they're planning it,
really good.
and they have the original writer involved.
Yes.
So,
My manuscript.
I think that honestly, I trust them
understand.
with it more
I
than a
know
lot of
what you
other
mean.
outlets.
I'm
So,
used to
I'll be
inspiring
reviewing that
people.
show when it comes
Barry.
out for sure.
She doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, Al.
But yeah,
Oh, what's-
I am.
Oh.
I think it's perfect for a TV show.
Barry. What?
Odyssey would be the Enterprise F. I think the Enterprise G, and I believe it's called the Neo Constitution class. Yeah, that sounds right. But you like to a degree. It's not a bad design, but it cucked the Odyssey. So out of spite. Oh man, yeah. I feel like honestly, like I think the people in charge of Star Trek now like don't really care about that stuff. It's mostly like people who aren't fans writing it, I feel like. And that's true with all the franchises nowadays.
You must
Like,
finish
even
what you
Walking Dead
started.
or, you know, Star Wars. Like, it's, you know. Dave Filoni's definitely a fan, but there's a lot of people involved with the production that don't care. You know, like, J.J. Abrams was not a Star Trek fan. He even said that.
Back to work, boy.
Dude, look at that. I love that scene, dude.
I felt nauseous, hungover.
Sounds like a good idea.
Anger kept me going.
Yeah, the show, I agree. If it was Netflix, we'd have to question how long until they drove the original writer away. Yeah, I wouldn't. I would feel more skeptical if it was Netflix. Although Netflix would have a bigger budget, so there's pros and cons. But I mean, say what you will about Netflix, their adaptations haven't always. Most of them have been not good. But
less than 12 hours left to meet
One
the
Piece.
kidnapper.
One Piece
All I
was
could do
really
was
good.
Get Barry into the car, work
I
something
really
out once
liked
got
One
on the
Piece.
road.
I don't know if you're a fan of that. I'm not the I haven't watched much of the
couldn't work up
original
much hate
anime.
for
I read a
Rose.
little bit of the
Something
manga.
had used her to get to me and left its
But
mark. My
that
gun
show
and
was
flashlight were
really
gone.
good, man.
I'd have to find a way to get Barry
Definitely,
into
we
the
live
car
in an
as quickly
era
as
where we
possible.
just recycled
There was no
garbage on a
time to
conveyor
waste.
belt. Yeah, that's what we get now. And it's mostly written by people who they look like, you remember how back in the day, like, all genre content would get bad reviews, and it's movie critics that look down on that stuff, and they don't even like they just don't respect it in general, and it's always going to get bad reviews. Nowadays, those are the people writing this stuff. The kind of artsy fartsy people. I'm an artsy fartsy guy, full disclosure, but I love genre stuff too. But now we got people writing genre stuff who would rather be working on, like, I don't know, Mad Men or something. I love Mad Men, but they don't respect genre stuff. They look at it as a stepping stone, you know, to what they really want to do. And they're really more concerned about, you know, their outlook on the world and trying to influence society than they are about, like, telling a good story for the fans, you know. Which is just unfortunate.
Right here, you goddamn maniac.
A friend of mine wants me to watch One Piece, but I'm not a huge anime guy. I watch a few, but it just kind of isn't my thing. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the same boat as you. Like, there's some anime I love, like Studio Ghibli, like some of my favorite movies. I'm really looking forward to the new Studio Ghibli coming out in November. I'm probably going to go see that the day it comes out. I'm really excited about that. But yeah, other than that, you know, I watched like Death Note. Death Note was cool. I grew up with anime, but, you know, I haven't watched it as much as an adult. But yeah, no, I respect that. But the live action show, you know, if you're interested, it's a good starting point. It's a good starting point. There's definitely more depth to the story in the anime, but it's a really good adaptation. I'm by no means an expert, but I really like the show. It's a stepping stone to further their own goals and career. Yeah, exactly. I mean, those are the people writing comic books too. Like, there are people who just aren't comic fans at all, and they think that the comic book industry is going to be a means for them to break into Hollywood, and it doesn't even work out. So basically all their comics are just Netflix pitches. You know, they know the base is big. Yeah, exactly. They don't have to try to write. Yeah, they just slap a name on it that has marketability, and they think they're good, and that's enough. So they get a huge payoff without working hard. Yeah, they have the built-in fan base, but none of the effort it took to get there. Yeah, and they also think that they're fixing it, you know. Like, oh, the old one was problematic, and now we're gonna fix it because we're so much smarter now, you know. Which, you know, there might be arguments where some things could be improved, but, you know, I'm not saying old stuff is perfect, but just acting like it's just that holier than thou attitude, you know. Look at that slow-mo. Love it. Whoo, boy. You've watched all Dragon Ball. Ooh. You've watched Death Note. Death Note is one of, just like anime to the side. It's just one of my favorite shows. So good. That's one of the best written like cat and mouse games ever. Like the world's smartest detective versus a genius supervillain. And it's actually smartly written. Like I'm a nitpicker on this channel. There's only like a couple things I can even point to. It's like damn near perfect. It's genius level stuff. Fairy Tail, I don't know. Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched when I was younger, yeah. Pokemon, I never really got into Pokemon. High School of the Dead, I haven't heard of that one. Is that a zombie one? That'd be cool. Could be missing one other. Yeah, fair enough. I want to watch Cowboy Bebop. That's probably the next one I'm going to check out. You love the philosophy and nature of Death Note. Yeah, it's really smart. The cat and mouse is amazing as well, yeah.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me.
Yeah, there's deeper themes there.
They were after a writer, not a monster.
I really appreciate that kind of stuff too. I like thoughtful, interesting stuff, you know. Like, you know, I like my popcorn flicks too, but I'm always looking for something deeper with a little bit extra meaning and stuff like that. Hey! Hey! Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. You can't shoot me. Hey! Oh, I don't even have a flashlight right now. Do 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 do. Gonna go up here. All right. Nope, no gun in here. This reminds me of Firewatch. You ever play that game? High School of the Dead is a take on zombie apocalypses. Oh, cool. Unfortunately, didn't finish because the creator died. Oh, that sucks. That's like, what's the one everybody really likes? Berserk. And that guy died this year. That was sad.
Distance was part of the local radio station.
Seemed like there's been a bit of back and forth about restarting, but nothing confirmed or sticks. Yeah, if the creator died, I personally would be like, just leave it alone. You know, unless he left really detailed plans of like how he was going to finish it. Like, just let it go.
The darkness
takes place in Japan and centers around high school kids.
I wouldn't get through without a light.
That makes sense. That tracks.
There was no power to the searchlight.
Right, we gotta go through this cabin over here. That's one thing. I wish they could have had like more puzzles in this game, because there aren't really any puzzles. It's just kind of like search for the generator, you know, in general. And in survival horror games, I always like a little bit of puzzles in there. But that's not, it's just an action game, you know, it's totally fine. Totally fine. And the light blows out conveniently, of course. Notice I have no guns, no ammo, no flashlights, nothing. I'm royally screwed. Let's go. Do 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 do. Oh boy. Oh, you know what? I forgot to look. I might have missed something. You know what? Forget it. We're not getting nightmare stuff. I just might need to start episode 3 over when I replay this later. Because let's be honest, I'm not going to finish this game before Alan Wake 2 comes out. I'm not. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Saturday. We're going to be streaming a lot of Alan Wake 2. I can't do Friday, otherwise occupied.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades.
Saturday.
They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
We legit, unless my voice goes out or something, we might do 10 hours of streaming. We'll see. I don't know how popular it's gonna be. But, oh right, we don't have a weapon. I don't know, like, if I do the first... I'm gonna do the first stream from around 12 until about 4 or 5. And then we're gonna take a break for dinner and whatnot. We'll see how that stream goes. If there's a decent amount of interest in people coming out, then I will probably break and then come back and stream more. If there's not a lot of interest, I'll probably just play it, the rest of it on my own. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys really want to see all of it. Because maybe I'll just stream it on my second channel or something. Because I don't want to bombard people with notifications if they don't care, you know. It's sad when a creator dies before they can finish their work. Yeah, it is. And it's even worse when people can't just let it go. There have been times where it turned out not bad. I can't think of any right this second. But there have been times where it turned out okay. Like somebody came in and worked on it more and it was actually alright. But in general, that's not the case, right? You can't just take somebody who's a genius level talent and then expect that it's gonna be just as good when somebody else does it, you know? Gotta bunch them up so that we can get them all with one thing. I love the flashbangs, man. I hope they come back too. But yeah, I mean, that's a lot of fans. That's what we're worried about with George R.R. Martin, right? Like, are we ever gonna get the real ending? Because the show's ending was not good of Game of Thrones. But yeah, they just end up making the creator roll in their grave 90% of the time. Yeah, man. Nowadays they're getting a head start where the creator's still alive and they're making them roll in their grave, except it's real life and they're still alive. Like George Lucas, bro. Did you ever see that interview where George Lucas was like, you know, it's like a breakup. The first rule of a breakup is no phone calls. He's like, yeah, I don't check in on Star Wars or anything. Because, dude, I would be salty if I was him. I mean, I'd like to think that I wouldn't have sold my stuff if I was George Lucas, but, dude, $4 billion? I don't know. I might for $4 billion. Like, that's a lot. If I got kids and grandkids and stuff, I don't know. I would like to think I wouldn't, because he could still be profiting off of Star Wars and whatnot. So I don't know. Yeah, poor George Lucas. Yeah, man. I know, right? It's a sad state of affairs. Whoa! He went flying, dude. Love it.
I hope Maine could lend
all right, here we are at the radio station. Sadly, you mean? I would have been like, just sell it back to me or hire me or work for free. Dude, he gave them 3 outlines for his trilogy, and they basically ripped it up. You know, supposedly Bob Iger kind of tricked him and made him think that they were going to use his outlines, and then they didn't end up using them. I don't know how much I believe that story, because he put it in a book that he wrote. Or, you know, realistically, a book he paid somebody else to write. But, yeah, I mean, I would definitely be like, yeah, I'll work for free. Sell it back to me. I mean, I don't know. I'd like to think I wouldn't have sold it in the first place.
I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Just go sit in a corner away from my life work. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to make sure, like, if I ever create something that I want to sell, and you have to sell if you're, like, unknown like me, you know, I would definitely sell my stuff, but I want to make sure that there's a clause in my contract like J.K. Rowling has with Harry Potter. She has veto power in everything Harry Potter. That's what I would want. I would be like, okay, you can pitch me projects and, you know, I'll prove it or not, but like, I just want to oversee it and give it a thumbs up or down. That's what I would want, because they can't do anything without her. They honestly would probably like to get rid of her, because of some of the controversy around her, but like
That's
they
what you
can't.
get for naming a book the sudden
So they're
stop.
stuck with her.
It was probably good I hadn't
George
had the
Lucas,
chance
from
to
my
tell
understanding,
Mamie where I was
sold
going.
it because he got tired of the
I'd have to lose
fans
the cops and
bitching
find
and
my
was
own way
getting
to
too
mine.
old to put up with it. The getting too old part, I believe, but the thing about the fans complaining, that sounds like fan fiction to me. I don't know, like, dude, there's all like we're nerds, right? There's always people complaining, you know. It's never not been that way. Like people, you know, would complain about like Return of the Jedi, you know what I mean? And that didn't stop him from making the prequels. But yeah, I just think it was an age thing, you know. I think he would have liked to make his trilogy, but like realistically, at his age, making a trilogy of films it's a huge undertaking. And you know, anytime you produce films, like I've worked in the industry and stuff, that stuff lowers your life expectancy, like no doubt. Like it's a stressful environment to work in. It's like you're not sleeping. You know, it's 18-hour days for the people on the crew. It's probably even more for the director.
Work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
It's not a good endeavor for somebody his age. The best case scenario is he can write it and then, you know, show up on set sometimes and then. Wow, this is nuts. This is nuts. I forgot about this ambush. Woo boy. They're stuck there. Oh, look at him. He's one of the big boys. Get him in front of that light. Come on. Oh, dude, this is nuts. Look at these dodge skills, though. Whoa! Yeah, pretty much as soon as they start to attack, that's when I need to dodge. Not, because like my instinct as a gamer is like, oh, I need to dodge when the attack almost hits me. That's not how it works in this game. Ah, shit. Oh, good. Okay. He was almost dead. Yeah, boy, look at that. Ain't no thing, dude. Let's go. Same veto power if any of my stuff ever got big. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Yeah, you said you were working on something, right? Or you have an interest in working on stuff? Like, if they came to me and say, hey, we want to make a movie, I'd say I want direct influence. I want decisions, no race switching, gender bending, BS, yeah. Yeah, I get that. Like, you want it to be your creation. I would probably want to write it myself. But hey, I went to school for screenwriting, okay? I got the credentials. Not that that means anything in the industry. But yeah. I mean, my thing is like I'm okay with the switching stuff. But it's got to be my decision. Like me as a creator, like as a director, I would want I want to hire the best person for the job. You know. And I wouldn't want to be shackled to what I wrote originally. But again, I don't want somebody else doing that so that they can get, you know, virtue signal points or anything. I don't want that. But yeah, I want my action scenes to be quality like Revenge of the Sith. Yeah, dude, they got real swordsmen working on those films. That was the best part of the prequels. If the actor can't take the time and training, get them the fuck out and find another one willing to put it in. Yeah, that's one of the things with the like Star Wars TV shows, like Ahsoka and stuff. They really rush that stuff. Part of it's probably just being on a TV schedule, but even in the movies they did, like the sequel movies,
that wasn't the only thing.
It wasn't up to snuff, man. Not at all.
She sounded wrong somehow.
Except
she had called me.
You can tell Hayden Christensen actually put in the effort. You got a few projects and stories you work on right now. I got need of a few people that are willing to kind of help you Like screen reading. Yeah, you should see if there's any writers workshops in your area. That helped me out a ton when I was just getting started. But yeah, it's always good to run your stuff by somebody. But the trick is you gotta find somebody who doesn't just tell you what you want to hear, and they actually give you real feedback. That's the hard part. Dude, I love the lighting of the train going by. Let's go.
The
All
darkness
right.
that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking
Darkness.
over everything in its path.
This is when we start to get the poltergeist objects.
What the?
In case of the sequels, it's just cheapness. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they really needed to hire people that worked on, like, Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. Ah, shit. Dude, one thing that was really cool is when I was in Cub Scouts, one of the swordsmen who worked on the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is my favorite movie ever, definitely. But he showed us some of the... He was there at the camp, and he showed us some of the techniques they used. And that was, like, mind-blowing to me. Because he showed us, like, yeah, you want it to look like that you're stabbing each other, but really it's at an angle. Like, for the camera, it'll look like you're stabbing this person, but in real life, you know, you're actually stabbing this other way.
As a
And,
teenager,
you know, just break that down for us. It was so fucking cool.
Stephen King had been a source of
The
inspiration.
TV shows, I could see them having a valid excuse. Yeah, but Rosario Dawson did not put in the effort. Like, she's the star of the show. She should have, like, been training for months. But maybe they didn't give her heads up and all that. But I don't know.
It was getting closer.
She had noticed, in my opinion. The sequels don't have one component that doesn't come down to cheapness in every aspect. Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't even watch Rise of Skywalker. I was done with it at that point. But yeah, I don't know. Those movies were so disappointing. It's a shame. Alright, let's go ahead and shoot that. Yeah, boy! Did we get them all? I think we did. Did we? Same? Oh, you didn't watch it either? Yeah, it was too disappointing. And from what I hear, that was the worst one. Like, even people who liked The Last Jedi, which I really didn't. I'll be honest, I thought it was more interesting than Force Awakens, which was just like a rehash, you know? Like, at least they tried something a little different. As much, like, but I just hate what they did with Luke, you know? But, yeah, even people who like Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker, even people like that hate Rise of Skywalker. Did I say that right? I'm a little distracted. Big boy. Big Chungus. There we go. Rosario Dawson just wanted to play Ahsoka because cool female. Yeah. Only reason. So here, putting in the effort wasn't going to happen. But if you want to really show off that you're, like, badass female empowerment, etc., you got to put in the effort. Can't just show up. I mean, even, like, I would say, you know, I'm all for, like, female empowerment if it's done right. Like, I would say that, like, Walking Dead is really good at that. You know, like, in Dead City, they don't have Lauren Cohan just beating up dudes twice her size without putting in some effort. Like, in that first episode, she's pinned down by two guys. She's got to put in real effort. Like, she's got to smash them over the head with a bottle and all that. She's got to be crafty. So you can do it right, you know? But yeah, I mean, Rosario Dawson, I don't know if it's, like, her fault, you know? She's just doing a job, you know? She's a good actor. You know, I've seen her in other stuff. She's good. I think we got a boss fight here with a piece of construction equipment. Force Awakens sucks because it's a New Hope repaint, exactly. It had so much potential with the Stormtrooper Jedi, and they just failed completely. And like all the little stuff, like, oh, who's Snoke or whatever his name is? Like, who is that? And then he dies in the next movie. It's like, what the hell? Oh boy. Oh shit, dude. The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker tried to do something different, but sucked at it. Yeah, for sure. Ah! I actually got to meet the editor who worked on Last Jedi, because he came and spoke at the film school I went to. It was pretty cool. Like, I got to ask him questions, and the really cool part was like seeing how they work with effects, you know, and that they edit with what's called previs. Oh shit! And previs is just a really basic version of the effect. So it was cool to see their process, and like I asked them the question because I had watched all the deleted scenes and been like, why'd you cut this and not this? And I was basically asking, like, why didn't you cut the fucking casino scene that's like 20 minutes long and is awful and does absolutely nothing for the story? That's the problem. They don't understand that concept. They want to put in the work to show effort. I'm willing to accept that maybe she just, like, in scheduling, like, really Disney should have been like, we're paying you to put in this time with this trainer and we'll pay you for months. It's honestly, I would say the onus is on Disney to make sure that's happening. But they probably want to cheap out. But yeah, I don't know. I like to, I always like to say it's the producer's responsibility when it comes to that stuff. Very few come down to it. All want to send, all about send political messages. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the era we're in. And I kind of wish partly we could go back to a time before social media, because, like, the movie star is dead because we know, like, we see what these actors really think about stuff, you know, and they kind of resent the average American, you know, and the mystique is gone because, you know, we see all out in the open that, you know, they're just not that smart. Not that they don't even have to be for their job, and that's fine. Like, they're good at their job. But that doesn't, just because you're good at acting and pretending for a living doesn't mean that you know anything about politics. Like, you gotta stay in your lane. Not that you can't speak your mind, but nobody wants to be lectured at. I agree with what Mark Hamill said at some point. Put in 3 to 4 years in between movies and whatnot. Now they do. Yeah, you gotta ice the franchise. I don't know if you ever saw the show Louis C.K. show. He had an episode where David Lynch was actually in it, and David Lynch was playing a producer of The Late Show. And David Lynch had a few rules. He had 3 rules of show business. Nope. His rule number 1 was you gotta go away to come back again. It's like, that's so, like, it sounds ridiculous, but it makes so much sense. Like, you gotta go away to come back. It's smart. Like, it's definitely a Hollywood-ass thing to say, but it makes sense. Yeah, now they're just, like, spamming out. Now it's content. It's not film or art, it's content. They gotta have every quarter, they gotta put out as much stuff as they can. And that's why The Walking Dead is the way that it is, you know, where some of the spin-offs are just total shit, because they're just like, we gotta put out this many episodes a year. Fortunately, they're doing, you know, a lot of people are, I see people complain that they're doing 6-episode seasons. I'm glad that they're doing 6-episode seasons. I want them to take their time and make something worth watching instead of just spamming out as much as possible. I like that there's a higher budget now. You know, it's realistically, it's probably close to the same as it was before, except spread over fewer episodes, so we get more of it. I was actually in favor of, you know, when they were talking about the Rick show being a movie. It was supposed to be a trilogy of movies at first. I stand by that would have been better, because we would have had a bigger budget. They were co-producing it with Universal. We would have had a longer time taken to shoot, so they would have been able to go to more interesting locations. They would have hopefully refined the script a bit more, and it would have been better, man. And now we're gonna get, you know, that less budget over more time. You know what I mean? So they're gonna have to fill that with a lot of dialogue, which is fine. You know, dialogue is the bread and butter, but you know,
I had never
movies
been
would have
this
been
glad
better.
to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
But yeah, if Walking Dead was like a tight 8 seasons or 10 seasons, and it was a complete story, and then you did spin-offs later, I think it would be in a better place.
The coal mine wasn't far now.
You know, they really shot themselves in the foot with season 7 and 8. You know, instead of having one season be the war storyline, that they stretched it out to 2 years and 32 episodes. Honestly, doing 16
Today,
episodes
I
a
would
year
meet
is
the
just too
kidnapper,
much.
And he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
All right. I forget who said it, but someone said something about the whole actors ruin the movie star with the crap they do. Yeah.
Without realizing it.
They said people hate them because they complain about all privilege crap, and they pretend they get to pretend to be a literal pig on TV and get paid 2K. Yeah, that's why, like, they're having trouble getting people in the public to sympathize with the strike, because, you know, they want more money, and I'm honestly all for that, like royalties and all that, but like, to working people, they make more an episode than most of us do in a year. You know, so we're not really gonna be all that crazy about it. Yeah, we're lucky to get $20 to mow a lawn. Yeah, so we, you know, that's one of the biggest problem is, like, if you're working as an actor, you're living a dream that millions of people have. And most people who try to be actors will never make a living on it. They always have to have a second job. If you're making a living acting, you've hit the lottery. And you should express nothing to the American people and the world at large but gratitude. You shouldn't be lecturing anybody. You should be grateful you have what you do. And if you want to pick one pet issue and be like, hey, I'm going to try to raise awareness to, like, save the whales or whatever. Like, pick one thing and make it a positive thing and not like a finger-waving thing. Then people would be on your side. You know, like, oh, yeah, let's raise awareness for that. Like, that's cool. Like, hey, give a hoot, don't pollute. Yeah, all right. I'm all for that. It's just the lack of gratitude and just this, like, sense of entitlement is really what people don't like. So yeah, that's part of why. I don't know if it's a generational thing or if it's just maybe amassing wealth just makes you think you're better than everybody, or I can't put my finger on what exactly it is. I'm looking for items, you know, there's a radio show, but we're not listening to that. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, I try to make a living on working on shows and stuff, and, you know, I was making decent money working on it, but I'm making more now working less, you know, it's, you know. Exactly, The Rock and someone else was begging for people to donate money for something recently. Yeah, what was that about? Yeah, I remember that. What was that about? Donating to working actors or something, or what was that? I remember reading about that. Can't remember, so much BS going on. Yeah, there's so much happens every day. It's like old news, and it's from like a month ago. They get paid millions. Yeah, it's like, bro, you donate. Yeah, come on. Yeah, I remember seeing people talk about that.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main
No,
building.
this is where the achievement is after this phone call part.
Now.
Oh, it's 10:30. We gotta call it soon. I want to keep going though, because I'm having fun. Alright. Now I'm locked in because I want to try to get the achievement. But we gotta rush through this part though. And I don't think we can die. If I die, it's over.
I'm through being jerked around.
Yeah, The Rock, dude, The Rock wants to run for president. Which is just like, come on, do we really need that? Like, I get we already had a celebrity president, but, like, I don't know. I don't want to make a habit of that. Seriously, what I thought. You donate. You can give up to 20K. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, it would be one thing if they were like, oh, here, they showed on the screen, like, here's my donation. Pitch in a few dollars if you can help. Or something, you know, like...
Maybe closer than ever before.
Alright, we're about to get ambushed. This is one of the spookier parts of the game. Alright, so we're gonna try to get this achievement. I think. I think it's this part, yeah. That is a horrible idea. Which idea? I said a bunch of things. Oh, running for president? Yeah, yeah. I know, right? I mean, the sad thing is he has a fucking chance because, I don't know. Name recognition is all you really need. It's a popularity contest. Ooh, boy. Ah! He's glitched, bro. Love it. At this point, I'd take Bugs Bunny for president before any of these other numbskulls. I know, right? I ain't looking to get obliterated because of stupidity plus dick measuring competitions. Yeah. Yeah, the state of, like, politics and stuff is really, not great. Can I go in here? Where am I supposed to go? Nah, where do I go? Oh, there we go. It did open, okay. I thought I had to go in there. Or is that was I trying to go in a different one? I don't know. Whatever, we found the place. Let's go. Yeah, I'm definitely not voting for fucking The Rock, though. I'm sorry. I mean, in general, like, I like him as an actor. But I remember he was, like, real friendly with Joe Rogan. And then he had to backtrack on Joe Rogan when Joe Rogan got canceled or something. And he, like, basically apologized for it. And it's like, as soon as you start playing those political games, it's like, dude, nobody trusts you anymore. There it is, I died. There it is. And what I mean by political games is like, oh, I don't really apologize for this, but I'm just pretending to apologize. It's more like, I'm sorry you're offended than like actual apology, you know what I mean? Ah, shit. Just a bunch of, he's a good actor, but shit with everything else. Yeah. He's a likable personality. Did you ever see when he tried to rap with Tech 9? It wasn't bad, but it definitely didn't measure up to Tech 9. Like, Tech 9's one of the best, you know. And then at the end of his verse, he's like, I did that in one take. I was like, I don't know, bro. You're on a track with one of the best rappers of all time. Like, maybe freaking do another take. I don't know. Like, please do it another take. Yeah, I mean, that's politics, unfortunately, is selling out in general. Because you gotta get people to donate to you, and you can't be genuine anymore because you're like, I just need people to give me money, so That's just the system we have. Like John Cena on the day we kill Bin Laden. Then he's over making friends with other countries that want to put America's head on a silver platter. What, like, when he apologized to China and all that? And he learned, Mandarin for his apology video? That was pathetic, dude. Like, I know this dude could kick my ass, but, like, I'm not that weak. Was that John Cena? Am I thinking of the right guy? Because he had to apologize for saying Taiwan as a country. Because the movie was coming out or something. Is that what we're talking about? Is this the right way? Nope. That's the one that comes to mind. Yeah, that's okay. That's right. Dude, so many things happen. I have trouble keeping it keeping track of it all. Oh. I'm an idiot. I was supposed to go this way. That's fine. Well, we're not getting the achievement, so I'm not worried about it. Yeah, that was a whole hilarious situation.
I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
And it's like similar thing with, you know, the new Spider-Man game and how they cut out all the like LGBT stuff for the Middle Eastern release. Like, they don't even believe in this. They don't stand by their principles even, you know? Anything for a few bucks. Oh, shit! It's not like they need that to make money. Like, I'm sure they already made their money's worth. Call me a bad person, but I don't believe in fair fight. If John Cena comes, or any... Yeah, dude. Guns are the great equalizer. I'm not a person who's like... I'm not trying to prove that I'm tough to anybody, because I'm obviously not. I'm a nerd in my basement and talk about movies and shit. So I'm not going to pretend I'm a tough guy. Oh shit, I really needed that car. It's alright, it's alright. But yeah, dude, I'm not trying to prove I'm tough. Yeah, if anybody tries to come at me and put me in danger, absolutely. I have no qualms about it. And that's why, like, I don't know if you heard about, the Sniper Wolf situation. This big YouTuber basically doxed another YouTuber because he was criticizing her content. She shows up at his house and posts it to, her Instagram, you know, doxes him, basically. And I heard a lot of people saying, like, oh, how's he scared of Sniper Wolf? How's he scared of Sniper Wolf? Like, he can't be... Who cares if she shows up at his house? Like, dude, she could have a gun in her back pocket. She could have a knife. Like, anybody could fucking kill you. And to pretend otherwise is just dumb. Just living in a fantasy land. I have greater self-preservation than forgiveness, kindness. I mean, that's, you know... I'm all for forgiveness, you know, it's definitely a value I believe in, like grace and stuff, you know. That's just the being raised Catholic and all that, and being a Christian. That's just what happens. But yeah, like I'm totally all for self-defense. Like if anybody actually attacks me, I would sleep just fine after it too. It's like if it's them or me, you know, that's no question. I would like to find another way out of that situation, but, you know, it is what it is. They put all the crap here and then remove it in the Middle East so it can release and get their money. Yeah, and I'm sure they write it so that they know that they'll have to cut it out. So they're like, okay, we'll put it on side content that doesn't matter. It's messed up. You know, like, just actually... stand by your principles, you know? Honestly, that's the place in the world that needs that type of stuff the most. Like, you know, they're not tolerant at all over there. like at this point in this country, we're like, yeah, we get the point. Like, I've always been cool with that. You know, I never had an issue with that. But we're at the point where like people are just sick of hearing it. Oh fuck. He came out of nowhere. Yeah, you heard of that. Sniper Wolf has had a ton of controversies. I know, yeah. There's a whole rabbit hole there. She's a terrible individual. People are stupid. Yeah. Yeah. Not gonna argue with you there. No, they aren't tolerant at all. Yeah. I had a friend who lost his uncle over there, because of being left-handed? Wow. But they kill him for that? That's that's crazy. That's so crazy. Dude, I'm trying to shoot that. Please, okay. Whew. Yeah. I mean, I'm a big believer in tolerance, you know? Yeah, apparently it's a sign of the devil. That's how it used to be. That's partly why it's so uncommon. Like in medieval times and stuff, that's how it used to be. It's messed up, bro. Like, come on. I'm sorry to hear that. Your friend lost his uncle. That's awful. That's scary shit. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a lover of freedom. I'm an American, man. I love freedom. Be who you want to be. Do what you want to do. That's what I'm about. If you wanna marry whoever you want to marry, go for it. I'm all for it.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
But yeah, being left-handed, man, that's crazy. And like my dad's left-handed, my sister's left-handed. And if anybody tried to hurt them, I would, you know, the wrath of God would come out of me, you know what I mean? Like, you're the sign of the devil, because... Yeah, I don't know, stupid. That's why I do, like, the church and state is separate. Yeah, and, I think it's a good principle, yeah. I mean, people complain about the power religion has, but imagine that. Yeah, like if the government enforced that stuff, yeah. I mean, you know, I'm a Catholic and stuff, but there's points of disagreement, you know, and if I speak my mind on stuff and all that, if they had political power, it would be like I'd be a heretic or whatever. Even though I'm a devout guy, I go to church every day, every week. But yeah, I don't want the government enforcing that stuff. That's for sure. You're also left-handed? See that? I did not know that was still a thing. Like, I know it used to be a thing. I didn't know that's still a thing. That's scary. Alright, here they are. Let's do this. Oh, I only have one shotgun shell left. But yeah, I'm a freedom guy, and it's like, just because I think something should be legal doesn't mean I agree with it. Like, I don't have to agree with it. But, like, you do you, I'll do me, and, you know, I can give my opinion on what I think about what you're doing, but that doesn't mean anybody should go do something about it. You know what I mean? That's just my philosophy.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the
In the
kidnapper
Middle East,
all the
apparently,
manuscript
usually
pages I
they
had
just
for
cut it
hours.
off.
If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint.
But that
and
time
make
they
him talk.
decided to just kill him, from what I was told. Wow. I mean, even just cutting it off, you could, like, if they don't do it in a, you know, safe way, it could get infected and all that. You could die anyway. Yeah, I know. There's, like, scary stuff. Like, they got honor killings over there, which is, like, couldn't be further from its name. It's like, you're the victim of a horrible crime, so we're gonna kill you for it. Like, it's the dumbest shit ever. True, and they don't have medical care there at all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't assume so. It's unfortunate. Ah! No, no, no. I thought he would just press it real quick. Yeah, maybe I should have. No, I'm saving these because I know I'm about to get ambushed big time. Woo boy. Yeah, it's scary. Like, that's why I'm grateful for the country I live in, you know. I'm grateful, you know, that technology is what it is and that we have the freedoms we do. Too many people take it for granted. Woo, look at that! Did I get them all in one hit? Love it. Love it.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me
Okay.
in the same direction.
Ooh,
I
it's
was going.
1040
A
something.
cold feeling settled itself.
At this
in the
point,
pit of
I
my
just
stomach.
allow
Was it
duels
going for
and tell the
Alice?
guy to go challenge the stone owner to a duel. Sucked up as that sounds, it makes more sense than honor killing. I agree with that. You know, we used to have duels in America and stuff, and like there's presidents who have killed. Was it Andrew Jackson? I forget who it was. Some president killed somebody in a duel, and that just used to be a thing. Dude, I'm glad nobody's challenging me to a duel. I'm very glad. One, because I wouldn't want to shoot anybody in a duel. Like, I hope to go through my life without ever having to hurt anybody. You know, that would be ideal. I'm a peace-loving guy, okay? I like people, you know, in general. I like to chat with folks and have a good old time and chill out. I don't like to argue. Yeah, that's how Alexander Hamilton died? Yeah, him too. It's crazy. It's insane. Did you ever see Barry Lyndon? That's what I think of when I think of duels. It's a good movie. He's one of our 4 founding fathers. Yeah, I know Hamilton. I think he challenged a VP at the time and learned that age sucks and being arrogant is stupid. Yeah, I'd say so. Oh, hey, look, I got one of the... I'm sure I missed one of these pages.
In it, I lifted the page in front of my eyes and read it.
We got
In
one.
it, I lifted the page in front of my eyes and read it.
Oh, I love this.
I lifted the page in front of
This
my
is
eyes
funny.
and read it. In it, I lifted the page in front of my eyes and read it. In
Yeah, I
it,
hope I'm not
I lifted the
arrogant.
page
Okay,
The
so
place was dead, a ghost town.
I'm gonna go to the next checkpoint and probably call it a night. As much as I would love to keep streaming. Because we have fun, we have good conversations on here. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, we're about to get attacked, of course, as soon as we cross this bridge. If you can call that a bridge. I don't know if I can call that a bridge, honestly. I'm using it like a bridge. You haven't seen it, but it sounds interesting. It's a long movie. It's a classic Kubrick film. I recommend it. It's pretty good. I'm a big Kubrick fan. But yeah, there's a big dueling scene in that. Oh, I got the other one. Wow, they have two of them back to back.
Barry and Rose. Barry was already recovering. Rose was another story. She was conscious, but she was barely present, almost delirious, disturbed, touched in the head, they used to say. It wasn't the first time Doc had seen someone in such a state, but it had been over 30 years. Doc poured himself a stiff drink. He hadn't forgotten a thing.
Damn, I forgot about that part. Dude, I'm scared that that is gonna... Doing this on a regular basis is gonna end up being bad. If I get the chance, I'll check it out. Try checking it out. Yeah, if it's on streaming or something. I don't know. It might be on Max, if you have Max. I think it was when I had it. But I haven't had it since it was called HBO Max. Which is still a better name, by the way. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, shit. Oh, no. Alright, we gotta go in here. There's keys. Yep. See, I remember that. They want you to go to the door and then be like, oh shit, it's locked. I need the keys. Where are they? But I already know where the keys are. And now I gotta mash the button, right? Oh. There's a time later where they make you mash the button for for the door. That's crazy you need motion blur on for the TVs to work. Come on. It's a very buggy remaster, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, I said next checkpoint, but we'll go one more. Do 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 do. I love watching a lot of things just about covering history. Yeah, man, you ever seen Invictus on YouTube? I love that channel. But yeah, I remember that meme about thinking about the Roman Empire. I'm like, yeah, I think about the Roman Empire a lot. I like a broad spectrum of history. Me too.
It was telling me to hurry up.
Although sometimes I hate liking it because current times scare you shitless. Yeah, what, like how World War III might break out? And shit like that. I mean, still, like, on the whole, we're at one of the best times in history still. But, I mean, you know, there's the whole thing about weak men make hard times and all that. I mean, that's where we're at. So, I do worry about the future as well, but you gotta live in the moment, man. Can't worry about the future. In the moment, even though there's problems in the world, there's economic issues, there's lots of problems. But I would still rather live right now than any other time. You know? Like, even just for basic convenience, like, I don't have to read maps. I can just use GPS. Like, come on. It's nice. Definitely lots of problems in the world, though. Wars going on and tragic stuff. You know, I got, like, family friends with people in Israel and stuff, and it's scary shit. Not just World War III, the amount of things that are happening that have happened before. Yeah, yeah, history repeats itself, dude. For sure. For sure. Alright. If I... Okay, one more. Last time. I agree we live in a good time, but it's scary when you think about how quickly it could reverse in a few hundred years. Yeah, I mean, all it would take is a couple nukes, right? I mean... It took a long period of time to make the world what it is today. Lots of technological advancements, lots of, you know, political developments, creating, you know, democracy and the checks and balances, and it took a long time to stack up those dominoes, but would take a real quick gust of wind to knock it all over. So, yeah, I agree. I'm an optimist, though. I am. You might call it naive, but there are some hard times ahead for sure. I'm not going to pretend that there aren't. But I really do think... I think we'll find a way. I think we'll find a way. It's going to be a struggle, but I think we'll get there. Honestly, people talk about nukes, but we don't even need nukes to send us a few hundred years with all the weaponry we have access now. Yeah, like a biological agent or something like that. I mean, you know, a certain virus of mysterious origin that threw the whole world into chaos. Dang, it takes like 4 or 5 shots to kill these guys. Yeah, you're not wrong. Nukes are just like the easiest example to point to. I have a feeling this stream is going to get demonetized, which is fine. Most of my streams do. I think it's like the games, though. I was real confused when my Resident Evil stream where I was dressed as Leon, like, I don't know why that one got demonetized. I don't think we talked about anything crazy. I don't think I even, like, swore that much. I don't know. Biological, the strength of just bombs and missiles, napalm, yeah. Laser weaponry, drones. No, you're good. But yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. But at the same time, like, think about this. Like, we have all of those things, and still we haven't managed to win a war
this mine shaft in order to go
since,
on.
like,
Maybe the
I don't
machinery
know,
could help
when?
with that.
Like, a long time ago? Yeah. Scary stuff. But yeah, I worry about the world. I worry about my country, man. It's the type of stuff that keeps me up at night. I think we gotta go this way. Yes, this is as close as we get to a puzzle in this game. It's not much of a puzzle, but it's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. I think we gotta go this way. And then I think we have to break. There's a hatch that we break, and then we go down and use the switch again, and then all that. Yeah. Oh, we kicked the ladder down. That's what it is. I think a nuke would send us back a few million years or kill us all together. The other stuff, a few hundred, maybe 1,000 years. Yeah, like Albert Einstein said, you know, World War III, or, you know, I don't know what weapons World War III is going to be fought with, but World War IV is going to be fought with sticks and stones, something like that, right? Did you see Oppenheimer? That was a masterpiece, dude. I walked out of that movie. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. But the end of that movie, I was like, damn. We fucked up. We haven't won a war since World War II. Yeah, it depends how you define winning, right? But I think that comes down to shitty leadership more than weaponry or anything. It also is guerrilla warfare and fighting wars where, like, it's really nebulous, you know, who's even in charge and stuff. But yeah, it could be a leadership thing too. Like Vietnam is considered a loss. Yeah. It depends what your objective is, right? Is your objective just to stop the spread? In that case, like, you could consider Korea winning, but it's a stalemate, like it goes on to this day. But we only lose in the... we only really lose in terms of government supply messing things up and not sending the supplies and weapons we need. Promise the South we won militarily. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that. I haven't seen Oppenheimer, but you want to? Okay, well I won't spoil the ending. But I was just like, damn. We messed up. It's so good, dude. You gotta see it. That's one of the best movies I've seen in, like, this decade. So good. I was just, like, that's 3 hours long. I did not take my eyes away from the screen once. I was just, like, mesmerized by that. Just the way it was edited and everything. It was just, like, there's such a flow to it. I was whisked away, man. Wow. If you like history, too, I think you'll like it. Well, Japan is considered one of the best guerrilla fighters, and we beat them successfully. Yeah. Okay, good point. Good point. But did we, though? Because we just nuked them. Like, we nuked them because, you know, not me. I didn't do it. Japan. Sorry. Rest in peace. But, like, we nuked them because we knew it was going to go on for a lot longer. American fighting combat derives from guerrilla fighting. Yeah, that's why we were able to win, right? Being on home turf. Fuck you, birds. Fuck you, birds. And also the French really helped us out. They really did us a solid. Okay, but yeah, after this bridge thing, I think it's gonna crash, yeah, but after we get up to that save point, I think we're calling it. Because if we invaded them, it would have cost, yeah, massive casualties, yeah. It would have gone on for a long time. Not really because of having trouble. Yeah, it just wasn't worth the losses. Oh! Yeah, I agree. Japanese soldier went in thinking poorly of American soldier. Yeah, the propaganda and whatnot. Oh shit! And at the end, they feared. Yeah, I mean they had such resolve. They weren't going to surrender under like practically any circumstance. Which is sad, because you know it wasn't worth it. But yeah, no, I appreciate you hanging out. We had a really good, interesting chat today. I'm glad we got into some interesting topics. I wasn't expecting it. I like, I much prefer to just freewheel about interesting stuff as opposed to just talking about Walking Dead all the time. No, I do appreciate it. We'll be back on Saturday streaming Alan Wake 2. If you're around, you want to hang out for that, that'd be cool. But yeah, we're gonna be signing off here. Appreciate you stopping by. And thanks again. We got videos tomorrow. We got the Picard video. I already told you about it though, so you don't need to stay for that. You already got the message. Friday, I told you that too with the game. That's not great. But anyways, we got content coming up, and I hope to see you around. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Always good chatting. And with that, it's been your boy Shuggy. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, everybody. Peace out.